What's up, folks? Welcome back. I am, cool. Just getting set up here, chat. Apologies. We did have a little bit of I think a scheduling snafu. One of the players is a little bit late, but we're getting there. We're doing it. Let's get some tunes going here, chat. But yeah, welcome to T5S2 Season 6. Pod 25 finals. It's actually a little bit of a preview for all the Pod 25 people because this is scheduled a week earlier than it normally would be. Because Jonathan's going to be heading out of town for the holiday season. There we go, chat. Yeah, he's jumping out of town for the holiday season, and so I wanted to play this game a little bit earlier. Let's get into this thing. We have a little cat camera on screen, everybody. Inky's coming to join us for the stream, so you can check that out over there. What's up, girl? How you doing? What a cutie pie. Anyway, we've got a pretty interesting match for you today, everybody, because we've got over here in the blue. Obviously, you just watched him this morning playing his finals game against the one and only Dutes. It is Jonathon B playing Ynnari, a very interesting Ynnari list. Jonathon, as we spoke to him in that game, of the opinion that Dire Avengers are the best unit in the Craft Worlds Codex, or at least the best unit in Ynnari, and has sort of it's very this list is emblematic of that belief in that he has 30 Dire Avengers, the maximum you can take in this one in particular. Exclamation point list if you want to follow along real quick, chat. So we'll run through this army real quick before we jump into the Night Lord's army, which is a little bit exciting. This is a battalion detachment out of the Ynnari craft world. We have a single Warlock Skyrunner, an Autarch Skyrunner with Sunstorm, the relic bike that makes him objective secured. A Farseer, as well as the Incarn itself. 2 units of Rangers. 2 big Harlequin troop squads. Basically, as good melee as you need, I think, in aeldari. We have a couple other melee units in there to follow up. The Shining Spears, obviously, are great. The Howling Banshees are pretty strong as well. But these Harlequin troopers are going to be doing some serious work. They have all of the access to all the Harlequin weapon stratagems, so they can do a bunch of additional damage with mortal wounds and automatic wounds. Or impact attacks, thanks to all of their special abilities. So 2 units of those, and then 3 units of Dire Avengers alongside that unit of Howling Banshees. The Howling Banshees have piercing strikes on the Exarch, so +1 damage. So we're swinging 10, strength 4, 2 damage attacks, plus Crone Scream to deal D3 +1 mortal wounds on the charge. Following that up, we do have those Shining Spears that we spoke about earlier. Hard Strike Paragon Saber combo on the Shining Spear Exarch. So he full rerolls all of his hits and wound rolls, and on a 5+ to wound, deals a mortal wound. Plus Kane's Lance on a 4+ to deal D3 mortal wounds and force an enemy it charges to fight last. So can get pretty decent mortal wound output. Oh, man, goodbye, army. Decent mortal wound output out of that guy. Interestingly, we also have in that fast attack slot 2 Shroud Runners, units of Shroud Runners, excuse me. These guys, obviously, the Ranger jet bikes with the long rifle and scatter laser, a 6-shot heavy weapon. Jonathon was mentioning that he likes using these basically to be able to pop characters on the first turn, just generate some board control. Ynnari love these little MSU units that they can use to teleport the Incarn around, so the Shroud Runners are great for that. And can also potentially Alpha Strike if Jonathon goes first. Aeldari, I think, for the most part, really enjoy going second more than going first. And so the ability to sort of blitz with a unit if they end up going first and don't really want to certainly helps. And we also have the Rangers in there as well that can do that. If your opponent plays a little bit too aggressively with a character, you do have 16 long rifles that can shoot at them and try to get rid of them, especially if we get some automatic wound rolls. That certainly helps as well. We have 3 support weapon platforms. D-cannon platforms to add some fire support. And again, all of this stuff gets +1 attack, or +1 to hit, excuse me, if it ends up losing a model over the course of the game. So if we end up losing a support weapon platform and the unit goes below starting strength, then they do get +1 to hit, which can circumvent the -1 ballistic skill from shooting through the terrain. But obviously, D-weapon platforms do enough damage that -1 to hit and +1 AP on, or +1 armor save on something that they shoot at through terrain is usually fine. Especially since right now there's a lot of stuff that those D cannons being, I believe, base AP4, are just going to put on invulnerable saves or hit demonic saves. So AP3 is generally what you want to be looking at anyway. Nurgle Matt's in chat. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Thanks for coming back. I appreciate you. All right, let's move on to this other list, chat. This one's pretty exciting, and I might need to do some reference here. I haven't played against Night Lords in quite a while, but it is a mixed chaos list between Night Lords and Chaos Demons, which is a pretty sweet combination. And also, look at this Demon Prince, chat. This guy is significantly larger than he needs to be, but I think it is worth it because look at this model. He's so big. He's like wearing a Forge Fiend. Is he actually literally, I think? Yeah, incredible. Looking great. Anyway, we have a battalion detachment coming out of the Night Lords Legion for Chaos Space Marines. This one does have that Demon Prince with wings. Mark of Nurgle. I believe the Nurgle demon weapon as well. Yeah, Golix the Decayed. It looks like it didn't translate over to the list correctly. 2 units of cultists alongside a legionary squad. Oh, excuse me, and a master of possession. That guy's important. With mutated invigoration. Pact of Flesh. Normal stuff. No Dark Apostle in this list, interestingly. A unit of legionaries, 5 legionaries with a Balefire Tome. A unit of 5 Chaos Terminators alongside a unit of 10 Chosen. The Chosen with Mark of Khorne. The Terminators with Mark of Nurgle. So the Terminators will get a situational -1 to be wounded if you equal or double their toughness. So essentially you can never wound them on 2s or 4s. You can only wound them on 3s and 5s effectively. Otherwise you will get a penalty. Or 6s, I guess. There is a big Chosen squad, Mark of Khorne, like I mentioned before, and a second Chosen squad, Mark of Tzeentch, to give them that auto pass save once per turn. Those guys have a Chaos Icon as well, so they're also +1 AP, I believe. Master of Executions. This one with Night Haunter's Curse, which allows the user to turn 1 dice roll to a 6. I believe once per turn. Yeah, excuse me. It's an advanced roll, hit roll, wound roll, or saving throw once per turn. Turns into a 6, unmodified 6. That one also has Warp's Malice. Which is a relic bolt pistol, 2 shot, strength 5, AP2, 2 damage. If you're in Wanton Massacre or Slaughter, so those being the pistol exploding 6s or the melee exploding 6s, you get an additional 2 shots, so 4 shots, and you do benefit from those exploding 6s as well that you can then turn into one of those hits into a 6 using Night Hunter's Curse. If you make an unmodified 6 hit roll of 6, target suffers 2 mortal wounds. The attack sequence ends. So you can shoot 4 shots or 2 shots if you're outside of the correct wanton destruction category. You then use the Night Hunter's Curse to turn one of your hit rolls into a 6. You automatically inflict 2 mortal wounds and then replace that hit roll thanks to the exploding hit. So, pretty sweet, pretty neat little combo right there on that guy. We also have 2 units of Possessed, as well as a patrol detachment coming out of Chaos Demons. This one has 2 Trance Weavers, 10 Demonettes, and 5 Flamers. Not entirely Slaanesh, but that's okay. Doesn't really care about that. Because we are not Emperor's Children and we are not playing Chaos Demons wholesale. Oh man, are we going to put a Demonette unit out in the open right now, chat? Is this happening? Hot damn. That's so brave. But I think it definitely makes sense. They have a 4+ invulnerable save. They're probably one of the toughest to kill units against this aeldari army. Ooh, there's a Possessed unit out in the open too. But that one is off the side. It's a little bit tougher to see. And this is Tide of Conviction. You have to hold your home objective in order to generate command points. So that unit being there means that even if Jonathon goes first, Firewall is going to be scoring a command point at the start of Jonathon's turn. And then obviously Jonathon has to go kill those demonettes. But they are worth at least 1 CP. And the downside, obviously, if Firewall places a character there, which is usually the usual line of play is that you have a character on the objective, and then you have a unit behind within 3 inches of them behind the objective to give them lookouts or to protect them so they're unshootable. But obviously, we just talked about those 16 shots from the Rangers and the Shroud Runners that could go into a character alongside auto-wounding attacks. Makes things a little bit tough. So it looks like we're screening out the side here. I think Jonathon wants to keep things relatively safe. Night Lords, I believe, can bring in strategic reserves a turn early. Which is why Jonathon does have to be wary about where he places those Rangers. Yeah, so the Night Lord's infantry unit, so the Chaos Terminators, that is either in strategic reserve or as a reinforcement unit, which the Terminators are, given that they do not start the game on the battlefield, can be set up as if the battle round was higher than it currently is. So they can deep strike on the top of turn 1 with those Terminators, which is pretty good. It is getting good, chat. Nurgle Matt, how do we feel about this? Rate my Demon Prince, Nurgle Matt. What do we think? It's a Nurgle Demon Prince, so it's right up your alley. He's got 4 eyes, which is pretty good. Oh, he's a big bat. I love it. And he has Golax the Decayed, so he has the Nurgle Demon Weapon as well. How are we feeling about this guy? I love this Master of Possession, too. Very Night Lordsy. Master of Execution is just a regular guy. There's a unit of Chaos Space Marines, I think Legionaries, that ended up being oversized. I think the players elected to just deal with it. Rather than trying to spend the time resizing them because we're already starting a little bit late. But that has been discussed between the players. Jonathon said he didn't care about it.
How many shots does the Terminator unit have? It's like 4 shots 20. Each, so like 20 shots?
20 shots altogether, yes.
Mm.
And I can make them all AP1.
Yeah.
So I think what Jonathon's going to be hoping not to do here is give the Terminators a good place to drop where they can sort of charge from safety. The one thing that would be super beneficial for them is if those Terminators could drop down in an aggressive position where they're threatening one of the centermost objectives. This is Tide of Conviction as well, chat, so the players are going to be scoring additional points for taking objectives on their opponent's side of the table. And then at the end of the game, which usually gives the second player a huge advantage, they will score a massive glut of points for the last round. You can usually score 20 points in the last round on primary. So interestingly, the early game in this mission, I actually love this mission as an example of asymmetry done pretty well. In the early game in this mission, the first player usually gets a very big lead because they have the opportunity to set up to fight for the center objectives. So yeah, the objectives 1, 2, 5, and 6. And they can, because this is a score 4, hold 2 to score 4 mission, so you have to have all 3 basically on your side of the table to score 8 points on primary. That can often mean that the defending player, the player going second, is on the back foot. Usually, grabbing one of their objectives away means that you score an 8, they score a 4, and you can usually, you trade a bunch of models doing that, but you can usually keep them down to relatively low numbers. Looks to me like Jonathon's going to be sort of seeding the right side of the table. He's really stacking the left-hand side. The second unit of Rangers isn't down yet, and I wouldn't be too surprised if they just got placed in the front of this ruin here to screen out drops that could charge into the castle. He also has the Farseer in the center, so at the end of the reinforcement step, he can actually choose to shoot the D cannons. It's something that comes in. So we may see the D cannons fire out of phase at the Terminators if they drop down in that area. Really like this defensive play from Jonathon. I think he's sort of mitigated the threat of those Chaos Terminators pretty well. But, to be fair, it does put a bunch of his models out of position. It puts some Rangers in danger. Ranger danger. Where Firewall may be able to get models in range to clear them out a little earlier than Jonathon expected. That does mean that the Incarn might have teleports, but forcing your opponent to play in a non-standard way just forces, creates unforced errors from them, and spends time on their clock, which is certainly a valuable resource. We also have, those Shroud Runners. Oh, these are Shining Spears. But the Shroud Runners have not been placed yet. They do also get a pregame move, so they can be used to screen out as well. Maybe they may end up in the front of the castle here. So maybe the Shroud Runners just hop over to screen out from the buildings, and then we see the Rangers on both sides. And that completes the wall off in the center of the table. Talk about the secondaries real quick, chat. Ynnari's on a pretty easy,
Same thing I did on the other side.
pretty easy spread. No prisoners, raise the banners high. Assassination, literally exactly what he played against dudes earlier. Although this is a very good opportunity for no prisoners. These chosen bricks are 3 points apiece. The possessed bricks are 1.5, so those two together are 3 points. Yeah, so it's like huge numbers of model count on the table right now for the Chaos Space Marines. Raise the banner size is a pretty popular one inside of Conviction. It can be blocked or taken down pretty easily, especially if you're going second, because the first player is going to be pushing forward and taking your objectives anyway to score tertiary. So oftentimes the first player gets up on that raise the banners score, and you're kind of playing from the back foot. But you do have 3 objectives basically in your deployment zone. Which means that you probably score a 10. You probably hold at least 2 banners over the course of each turn. Firewall also here with Assassination, and then a Night Lord's specific secondary that I'm going to have to look up. So we're running Sow the Seed, Reap the Fear. Score 1 point each time an enemy unit fails a morale test, falls back, or fails an action. Each time an enemy unit is destroyed by a melee attack by a Night Lord's model from your army, roll 2d6 if the result equals or exceeds the leadership characteristic of that enemy model, which importantly is reduced by 2 because of the Night Lord's persistent aura ability of -2 leadership, -1 combat attrition. Then you get an additional victory point. You can potentially score the secondary multiple times if the units then are regenerated. So it is, I think, almost exactly the Chaos Demons stratagem. What is that one? Nourished by Fear, I think? Nourished by Terror, yeah. It is almost exactly, except it also has the riders of falling back and failing actions. Failing an action, not too often. It may happen occasionally, especially if you use Night Lord's specific abilities to disrupt action performance. But falling back may happen quite a bit here. Scoring a point every time your opponent falls back is pretty solid. It usually happens 2 or 3 times over the course of a game. Love that. Although, to be fair, the Chaos Space Marine is significantly worse at sort of playing that aggressive game plan and getting up into melee than Chaos Demons are. Chaos Demons can usually score that pretty highly with their greater demons in the late game. And Chaos Space Marines are pushing forward and they're kind of running into a gun line. They don't have quite the same level of redundancy that Chaos Demons have. Those Night Lord secondaries are unlocked because the Demons list, the Demons detachment out of the list as well, is small enough to allow it to get the Agents of Chaos keyword. And according to the Nephilim book, that Agents of Chaos is ignored for the purposes of unlocking your secondary objectives. Some weirdness there. There are some secondaries that still get messed up, but it is what it is. Looks like Ynnari up here with a 6 on the roll to go first. Chaos with a 2. And I have to imagine
Good luck.
Jonathon's not too excited about that, to be honest.
So start keeping, and I'll resume the timer. All
I think that Firewall's very happy going second. It may be that we do get the pregame move here for the Shroud Runners. I think the Shroud Runners are just going to push forward and probably try to remove the Demonettes from... Yeah, it looks like they're going to go to the middle. Just try to clear out those Demonettes. If they can kill that unit, that will reduce Firewall's stratagems, or secondary objective stratagem points, I almost said. Reduces command points. Jesus, I called them secondary objectives. It's been a long day, chat. I've been live almost every minute I've been awake here. Reduces command points by 1 if Jonathon's able to kill those Demonettes. Demonettes not that hard to kill, so I imagine that will they will end up going down. And then those Shroud Runners can potentially get back touching the terrain on Jonathon's side. So that makes them extremely resilient against the sort of incidental shooting that this Chaos Army has. It is not a shooting-focused army. You want to be scoring those points in melee. You want to be making people run away and using the Night Lord's specific abilities. Shooting does not beget that. So I don't think that those Shroud Runners are going to be in grave danger right now. Jonathon does have to be worried about the drop of those Terminators. They can come down this turn.
I'll just... do the Psychic. Okay, so
you're aware I do have a 4 up to 9 from the chosen squad here.
Yep. Oh yeah. All right. So command phase. The far will give +1 AP to the player squad, and we'll go into movement. So the D cannons are just going to shuffle forwards. Just stay inch from the other side of the wall, because they don't feel like being charged. If this guy wants to stay there.
There's something about that front part of the terrain that's
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. All right, guys, come on. come on. We're just gonna delete home and see if that does it.
Any way to get rid? Yeah.
There we go. Okay. He was doing a little dance. Oh, he still do. Is it the snow?
Probably.
Get rid of the snow. All right, there we go. Okay. So D cannons will do that.
I do love the snow drifts on this map, but they can cause some problems if you're placing your models on them.
Oh, yeah.
Make them bounce around. Unfortunately, those are difficult to remove the collider on, so they just sort of live there. Doesn't often matter, but if you want to corner your models up on the side there, it does. Downside of those Terminators being in Deep Strike is that they don't have a great charge into the building. Because their bases are so big. Unlike units like the Harlequin Troopers that can fit into screened areas right here, those big 40 mils on the Chaos Terminators is problematic.
A little bit back. Sword. Circles on the snow. All right. Stay an inch off the wall. Then.
I know what your intent is, man.
Yep. That. Dire Avengers. Basically the same thing. So, these Rangers are probably going to stay put. Actually, they probably shuffle a bit. Don't think I need to screen as far forwards anymore. They'll come back a bit. Just stay in the light cover, though. That back corner. Shining Spears just going to stay there. Shroud Runners. down. That's the line to see chosen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm up this side, that we're good. Poke his nose around the corner. This guy do the same thing. They want us to be able to see demonettes as well. Yep. Okay.
It looks like we're just poking around to get those shots into the demonettes. Putting ourselves as as deeply into the terrain as we can to maximize the effect of a big roll. A big battle focus roll. They do get -3 to roll their battle focus moving through terrain, but they could still roll a 6. Dice do be dice.
They're all on the light cover, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
What is the... Yes. I guess the Farseer could. And I don't get to pass with her, which I very much want to do. Back. Too far. Probably gonna first. That's fine. All right. So players on this side just do the exact same thing the other guys did. So move up, inch off the wall, down a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Let's play a bit. Just to back up. Coherency, very good. Dire Avengers. I guess I'll just advance them just to make sure I have movement to get where I want. Yep, 6, plenty.
No reason not to.
Yep. And then I'll advance the orange squad as well. 5.
So pretty classic
Need
kind
it,
of KG turn 1 here. Like I said before, the Ynnari are going to have the benefit of sort of setting up for round 2. Excuse me, chat. I had to sneeze there for a sec. So they're going to place their things like these fast units like Harlequin Troopers are going to set up to threaten objectives 2 and 6. But there's no reason for Jonathon to push too far forward right now. Obviously, he can't just stand there and do nothing because he is going to lose out pretty heavily on primary if he ends up kind of stalling out the game. So he does have to push forward, but if he does, he will get big swings on the primary.
They can all just get in force, I guess. That seems fine.
Mm-hmm.
Not concerned about you coming in over there, so yeah, that's fine. Alright, I think the Farseer has to do a banner for me. I'm just going to move the Autarch first over there. And then Farseer move. Let's see, are we in Lookout Surf there? No, so just this slide you over just enough. That's there. So she'll banner for me.
Was she on the objective?
Yep. Oh yeah.
Yep. Just want to make sure.
Even a little bit. Warlock is gonna stay there. The Incarn is happy where she's at.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I guess the shot really pointing back. That's fine. All right. So let's do some psychic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wish I took a wound dice instead of that psychic test now. That's okay.
Hmm.
All right, let's do protect from the warlock.
My wound dice would be nice here shooting at those demonettes. Force to save automatically, and then you also deal a mortal wound. Gets through the 4+ demonic invulnerability save those demonettes have. I do wonder if Firewall's kicking himself a little bit for placing the demonettes so far forward. We could have forced a little bit of a more aggressive position from the Shroudrunners by taking in the back here. Well, maybe not. Actually, they have a lot of range on their scatter lasers, so I think it probably would have been the same.
I'll just put on the same Shroudrunner unit. Actually, am I even range for that? No, I'm not. Okay, then I guess it just goes in the... Yeah, it's fine. Okay.
Interestingly, Jonathon did sort of pull back these Rangers. I almost wonder if we see the Terminator unit drop down behind this piece of terrain. So it's behind line of sight blocking, can shoot everything into the Rangers and try to kill them. I think these guys are just regular Terminators. Yeah, they do just have combi bolters. So it's actually unlikely they kill the whole Ranger unit, but they may do it. And that probably forces something to come out in line of, out in the open to deal with that Terminator unit. Otherwise, it gets to push forward and try to fight for Objective 1.
So the scatter lasers first. It's 18 shots. We hit on 2s, rerolling 1s. What toughness are the demonettes?
I believe toughness 3.
Okay, so 2s to wound. So 15 saves for you.
Oof.
Okay.
Strong start.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5,
So
6, 7. 7 die. 3 left.
Okay.
I think probably fire the unit on the inside there. So
All right, and then the snipers hit on 2s. They all hit.
position doesn't matter so much.
At least one time. Wound on 3s. 1 wound. A wound and a mortal. Do you just want to roll 2 saves for me real quick?
Okay. There they
So
are.
they're cool. All right.
Ugh,
The other
okay.
Shroudrunner squad.
Well,
will just put everything
Not
in
amazing
the
saving
squad.
throws from those demonettes there, but I think that was mostly to be
So,
expected.
Scatter lasers.
We'll clear out a command point for
so
Firewall, unfortunately.
1s.
Since he will not be holding his home objective, he won't be scoring off that.
15 saves. No AP.
I wonder if there is a character, probably the Master of Executions maybe, that could stand there. He does have only 5 wounds. But he has Armor of Contempted. It's a little dangerous, though, walking into that many sniper rifles if there is a potential to go second.
Take 0.
Take one.
I take 0 because.
Oh, these are the Zinch guys. Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then the snipers hit on 2s.
Mm-hmm.
They all hit, and I'm just going to use the 3 wound dice. So it's 3 mortals and 3 saves at AP.
All right.
So a guy dies and the guy takes.
Yep.
Okay. And then we just got some D cannons.
Mm-hmm.
They'll just put everything to let's see, maybe 2, so 5 up saves. I mean, possess would be saving on the same thing, so we'll shoot the well, we get blasted at chosen. So yeah, the D cannons will put everything into chosen.
Spending 1 on in Midnight Clad. Minus
Mhm.
1 to hit.
You got it. So we done 5s. With a very good hit roll. Wound on 2s.
Mm-hmm.
So 1 mortal and 4 saves at AP 4.
4 saves at AP 4.
So they'll be AP 1 versus you essentially. So you'll have 4 up saves.
Okay. 5 of them? You said 5, right?
Yep, 5. Or no, 4. 4, 4, 4. 4 and 1 mortal.
Come on.
2 guys die. Or, yeah, 2 guys die.
3 damage will pop, I'm assuming.
They're d6 plus 2.
Okay.
1 mortal. And, yeah, I don't know if they need leadership. If they do, then
Leadership 10, man. They only
Okay.
lost.
they lost 3. Yeah, you're good. All right, so that is, that's the turn. Over to you.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't get CP this turn.
Mm-hmm.
A tide of conviction coming in there. Real benefit of having all those snipers in the Ynnari list. And we talked about Jonathon. We talked to Jonathon, excuse me, about his selections in the last game. And he mentioned that the snipers can certainly help on this sort of alpha strike situation. Where he does go first. He doesn't usually really want to go first. But he does take the first turn and has the ability to knock out characters he has line of sight to. Potentially depending on the dice he rolls. And the big benefit there, obviously, is that his opponent does not know what the Strands of Fate dice are when they're deploying their army. So they don't know if they're safe or not. If Jonathon just Farseer rerolls, does a bunch of rolls, and we fling cultists into deployments on dice. Weird. If Jonathon, uses his Farseer reroll, scores 2 or 3 wound rolls in there, and then just plows a ton of shots into a character that can potentially spell doom for them. So it's a dangerous game they're playing to try to keep their model safe on the home objective. And that is going to be a little bit frustrating because Firewall is only down to 0. Or only started with 1 CP, so down to 0 now. It's going to be a little tough to come back from. But I believe it's early game yet. Both the players with Raise the Banners high, and then both of them with 2 sets of pretty aggressive kill secondaries. I think that if Jonathon with the sort of range superiority, just keep spawning additional cultists. Look at us go. So many cultist units. If Jonathon, with that range superiority, is able to continuously clear Objective 3, and it looks like there's just cultists there now, then he will eventually win. Unless we see some aggressive play out of Firewall. But otherwise, these 2 players are just going to set up their banners, and they're going to continuously tick up their banners over the course of the game, and they're basically going to tie until probably Firewall steals an objective on the bottom round 5 and takes the victory. So that puts the ball back in the court of Firewall, which is obviously what Jonathon wants him to do. I think certainly goes to show you that bringing in some additional guns can help a lot. If we had some high AP weapons, the only long range, like real long range threat in Jonathon's army is those Shroud Runners. If we had some long range high AP stuff that could just knock those guys down, that obviously Jonathon's whole game plan has to change. Looks like we have a possessed unit making the long haul around the side here. Don't know if they're going to be hidden particularly well. Possessed unit is fairly broad.
Is this guy meant to be on the train?
I'll move him in a second. Kind of hard to see it. Definitely ain't trying to give you free shots.
No, for
Master Execution is also going to advance. 7. What was that?
MOE pushing forward as well. Really trying to make a play for that castle with the possessed unit. The real surprising thing about Jonathon's army is that it forgoes a lot of the tricksiness that most aeldari armies bring, between Exarchs, or, Aspect Warriors, Exarchs with the Exarch upgrades, plus characters. Usually we see these aeldari armies that have all sorts of, sort of MSU little powerhouses going on in the back there. I do like this staging from the second possessed squad, pushing to objective 1. The tough part's going to be getting all the way around that. But Jonathon's just replaced it with like sort of unerring, just an impressive number of infantry. This is a much more voluminous aeldari army than we typically see. I'm very impressed by this list, actually. I was expecting, Dire Avengers in webway portals and stuff like that, but no, we're just putting them all on the table. So anything that pushes across, through those ruins in the center is probably, I imagine, just gonna get vaporized by Dire Avengers. We have a character and a big possessed brick going down on each side. This is a dangerous game we're playing with here. I do wonder if the Terminators are going to be jumping down this turn as well. This Demon Prince model is so big, Chad. I was talking yesterday, I think, about a Balrog. There's a local player who uses a Balrog as a Demon Prince, and it's like just about the same size. Which is kind of crazy. Balrog used to be so huge.
We're going to move forward like so. Alright, now that that's done, we're going to go on to Psychic Phase.
Okay.
Psychic Phase. Demon Prince is going to cast the -1 to be hit on himself.
Sure.
Goes off. 7.
You do have a deny there. Where's your Master of Possession?
Right here.
It's right there. I'm not in deny range of him, so yeah, I'll try to deny this, I guess. The Warlock. I got denied with an 8.
Okay. So next is this. Let's see. Next is Master of Possession. He's gonna cast Pact of Flesh.
Sure.
He's gonna stab one of these guys, I guess.
Okay.
Or one mortal.
Okay.
+2.
Oh, it goes off.
Yeah. How many mortals does he take? 2. Of course.
Okay.
And then he heals them 3, so that puts that guy back up to full.
Yep.
Good old Pact of Flesh coming into play. Did lose a couple chosen to those D cannons. Gonna have to deal with the D cannons another turn. But at least we got that Pact of Flesh.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And next power he's gonna cast is the Zinch's one.
Sure.
Goes off. And this unit right here has a 4-up invuln.
Sure.
That is it. No shooting because I can't really see anything, and it's over to you, sir.
Okay. So start my turn. I'll get 3 banners and 8 primary. Okay. So fate dice. I'll re-roll one of these saving throws. No, I'll re-roll in advance. That this turn to a saving throw. So I'll take a wound, a psychic. I don't. Okay.
So 2 pretty quiet turns. We are getting a little bit of forward momentum out of the Night Lords so far, moving the possessed units up the table. No Terminators coming in this turn. Those guys are going to stay in. We have those Flamers as well to give a little bit more threat range to the army. I think that, interestingly, we may not see Jonathon push too far forward again. I think the fact that the Night Lords have kind of undercommitted to the to Objective 3 means that Jonathon can just sweep that objective with the Shroud Runners. There's nothing in this Night Lord's army that's going to threaten them currently. So they can kind of stand where they are and just continuously rinse down Objective 3 with laser fire. And without the Chaos Space Marines breaking cover and pushing up into the center, I don't really see there's any reason for them not to do that. I do wonder if this coming turn we see Firewall just yeet. Oh, it looks like we are going to see some Harlequins push out here. Just kidding. Interesting. Jonathon does have Assassination, so he's incentivized to go for that for the Demon Prince. Obviously, just trading the Harlequins for it, but Jonathon's pretty... I imagine feels confident that 20 Dire Adventures is going to be able to follow up and kill whatever else is piles out of that ruin.
I feel like it charge dice, but whatever. I might. I don't know. We'll see. The D cannons are pretty much going to stay put.
Mm-hmm.
Do the Dire Avengers want to come out?
I mean, they really can't shoot anything.
I mean, they advance if they can get a big advance.
They already spent the CP to advance.
That's okay. All right, these guys. Actually, that's not. I don't think if they want to end there. Then the D cannons there. That. Just make sure you basically. It's impossible to charge me unless you get around the back.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll do that. The Warlock. I don't really know what he wants to do just yet. Shroud Runners, though. Shoot this way. So.
Yeah, with the Strength 6 gun, I definitely think the Shroud Runners are probably going to be able to rinse those cultists down by themselves. Maybe we need one more gun to make sure the cultists die. Definitely not 2 Shroud Runner units.
We'll do that. So. This squad will come up and just get in on that line. Yeah, looks good. Range. Good. They're all on the light cover as well.
Mhm.
Just make sure he's on the objective too.
Hey.
The other Shroud Runner units. And just
Some Night Lords fans in chat? Hell yeah. We called it nice to see Night Lords do pretty well here.
last turn.
I am a little worried that they don't have the ranged punch to like sort of punish this line of play from the Eldar. We'll have to see though. These Shroud Runners are really just kind of hanging out right now. Just kind of playing on the sprinkler. They have really good guns and they have almost everything on the table right now. And there's nothing shooting back at them. That's usually the downside of Shroud Runners. Their shooting for points is pretty good. Their maneuverability is phenomenal. But their survivability not amazing. Only T4. They go to a 2+8 in cover, which is fine. But dedicated shooter will kill them. But right now it's just bolt guns. Just infinite bolt guns on the side of the table for the Chaos Space Marines. And that's not going to do it.
So the Warlock like to jinx these guys. Where does he have to be? He has to be in there. I don't think that's going to happen. Remove 22, like here, approximately. We could do it. Okay. So we can manage that. We'll just have to make a space for him. I'll move the Autarch over here.
Mhm.
He wants to be within 6 inches of both Shroud Runner squads. That. Move the Dire Avengers. So where does the Warlock have to? Here right now. He wants to end there. Mismeasure. Just out. A little bit further forwards, because oh no, he's in the wall now. That's the furthest he gets. It's not. All right. I mean, it is what it is. Nothing I can do about that.
Mhm.
So
It looks like trying to get some spell ranges from the Warlock Skyrunner onto these possessed, but I don't think there's any way to do that. There's the benefit of going all the way around the sides of the table with these possessed. Really going wide. Probably beyond Jonathon's time, I imagine.
this. Incarn can stay there. Farseer needs to be within 18 of these guys. So basically, just like here. As long as she's not within deny range. Where's the guy with the Balefire Tome? Oh, he's all the way over here, right? Yeah, so
Mhm.
we are outside. Okay. Works. I guess if I string a guy back here, then that's there. It's still not. Yes, that's fine. The blue players can kind of hang out. Actually, I guess I could just do it with Incarn. Incarn goes there. Team, but so I guess up. 24 within 18. 120. So the incarn will do that. I'm not afraid of you shooting her. So then, okay, so then the Farseer is going to go this other way. He's going to go over here. Players, all right. We got all this screened out. Oh, I guess you can bring in Flamers next turn, but Flamers are just 12-inch range, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you won't have any way to shoot these guys, or the incarn, so that's nice. Okay, guess there more. Make sure we're there. That's fine. We want guys a little bit further forward on the side. And then I'm not concerned about that side, so okay. And I'll just move the shine. They could go up here, but like, I guess you don't have CP to interrupt, so you don't have a way to interrupt for like 1 CP, right?
Nope.
Do you have any
Markups in their spikes first.
Yeah, but the Demon Prince and the Possessed don't.
No.
Okay. So yeah, I think that's fine. Let's see.
Ooh, so pushing the Shining Spears up. That's pretty exciting. The MOE does fight first, but if Kane's Lance triggers, then he'll fight in the same... or he'll fight after the Shining Spears. The other option, obviously, the Shining Spears will get to swing first, and if nothing else is in melee, then it doesn't really matter. But I think we're going to just try to get Kane's Lance off. It might open up a potential for an interrupt somewhere. Or I guess not if Firewall's still out of CP, which he is.
Yeah, sure. I can shoot while they're at it. Not this guy. Well, with the little stuff they can. All right. That's the movement phase. So let's go into.
The second.
Yeah, actually, I'm just gonna reposition the Ott a little bit better. He just wants to be within lookouts range of both of these guys. Okay. All right. Yeah. So now we'll go into psychic.
Narcomat, we did do it. It's been
Players
done.
get that all blocked off, so you can't charge anybody in there. Actually, I'm just gonna shuffle these dire, but close off that side of the wall a little bit better. Okay. All right. So yeah, let's go into psychic phase now. Oh, do you have a way to make me not be able to fall back from here? I think you do, right?
Yes, I do. 2 CP.
2 CP. All right. Yeah. So let's do some shooting. Or sorry, psychic. The incarn will do +1 to wound psychic power. We'll use the 6 for the fate dice plus 5, so it goes off. That's gonna go on the players. And then she'll just try to do 4+ invulnerable save. That fails. The Farseer will try to give me a CP. We do. And the Warlock. What's that?
Farseer.
She's over here. She's well outside Ynnari.
Yeah. Okay.
And then the Warlock will try to protect. It goes off with a 7. I believe you are in Ynnari range of this one.
I am? Okay. Attempt to deny it. It's your last power, right?
Yeah, it's my last power. Yeah, me as well. No. Okay. So
Get
protect's
those
going
rolls
to go
out early.
onto the bikes.
Clear out all your 1s and
All right,
2s.
so
that's what you want.
that is psychic done. So shooting. Let's start out with the back Shroud Runner squad here.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to put all their scatter lasers into your cultists,
Mm-hmm.
and then they'll put the snipers into the demon prince, I guess.
Okay.
So really gonna be
So the 18 shots. for the
trying
scatter
to,
lasers, twos,
trying to force through the wounds onto the demon prince. Make that life as easy as we can for the big Harlequin brick.
Cultist?
Yes, sir.
I'll take on the ones in cover first.
Yep.
1, 2,
8.
8. Alright. Five ups. 1, 2, 3, 4,
So
5,
6 die.
6.
Oof.
Yep.
Die.
Brutal.
Then you have 6 more saves to go. 2 more guys in cover.
Mm-hmm. First one.
They
They
die.
die.
And then
And
6 ups. Okay, so they're all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Brutal. So second unit on objective 3 goes down.
Then the snipers into Demon Prince. So hitting on 2s. They all hit. And then wounding on 5s. Okay. 2 mortals and 3 AP 1s.
Wow. Hell of a roll from Jonathon there. Gets the 2 automatic mortal wins through. On the demon prince.
Save them all.
Yep. Just 2 mortals.
So knocks it down to 6 wounds.
All right. The other Shroud Runners are just
Should
gonna
be
put,
relatively
we'll put snipers into the Master of Executions.
easy for
and
the
then
players
the,
to knock 6
scatter
wounds off
lasers
that
into
guy, but
possess.
obviously
Okay.
So scatter
little bit of
lasers
luck.
first. 18 shots on 2s. Reroll the 1s. And 3s to wound. So 10
Strength.
saves. Strength 6 on the scatter lasers, yeah.
Okay, so 10 saves.
Yep, 10 3-ups. These are 1 damage each.
One guy dies and one takes one.
Yep. And then the snipers into the Master of Executions. Hit on 2s. With a reroll 1s. So 1 miss. The first one doesn't wound, and then I'll just wound with a 6 for the other one. So 1 mortal and 1 save at AP 1.
Good.
good.
So he takes one more.
Yep. And then they'll try to battle focus. So they can go 3 inches. Okay. Let's do Shining Spears. So we got a lance into the possessed, and then all the other shots of the possessed. So the lance hits on a 3. It hits, strength 6, 3 wounds. Nope.
That one.
The shuriken cannon. And 3s for this one as well. Nothing.
Um,
And then the little shots. 3s and 5s. So 1 AP 1 and 1 AP 3.
The one AP3.
It'll be 5.
Nope.
1 damage. And then AP
AP3.
3 up.
Nope.
So the guy on 2 die. Alright. Next up we'll do Rangers can't see anything. Those guys are done. Those Rangers can't see anything. I think that's it, except for the D cannons. So the D cannons, they'll just go into your possessed over here.
Okay.
So 3d3 shots. So just 4 shots. Hitting on 4s. 2 hits. 2s to wound you. Just 1 invuln and 1 mortal.
1 in, 1 mortal. Okay. 5 up. Get in the box, please. Nope.
Okay, so it's d6 plus 2, so just kill a possessed and do mortal.
And the mortal.
Yep. All right.
only 1 down
I
from
believe
the
that is the shooting phase all
D
said
cannon
and
shooting. It's not too
done.
bad.
So we'll do some charges. So the players are just going to charge Demon Prince and Possessed.
Interesting question's going to be how hard these players are going to
6
hit.
inches, 20.
Whether they can kill the Demon Prince and all the possessed as well. Seems unlikely, but even if they drop the possessed down pretty low, I don't think that just a couple possessed is really gonna pose that much threat to the players. I don't believe there's any objectives secured on the Dire Avengers. Or on Objective 1. So that could potentially give Firewall an opportunity to get the Chosen up, give a charge to the players, onto the players, and then get Model Suit Objective 1.
After they finish their charge, we're going to spend a CP to do some mortal wounds to the possessed.
So here's the Deadly Embrace.
6.
Embrace.
4 ups are mortals. So
You will become Deadly Embraced after they use their Deadly Embrace.
Okay.
And then I'm going to spend 2 CP on them as well to give them +1 damage in the fight phase.
Okay.
And then the Shining
so
Spears
spooky.
will charge. They'll charge Master of Executions and Possessed, I guess.
All right, I'm going to spend 1 CP on Overwatch, so.
Sure. Go for it.
4 shots, because it's turn 2.
Yep.
So I wonder, we could use the once per turn auto 6 on one of these.
And then I'm going to turn one of these to a 6, so take 4 mortal wounds.
Okay. So this guy dies, and then the Exarch will take 2.
And then they explode because of Let the Galaxy Burn, hitting on 4s. They explode because of Let the Galaxy Burn, because this is turn 2.
Turn 2 is pistols.
Yes, it is. 2 wounds. 2 at AP 2.
Okay.
2 damage per.
Alrighty. So just 5 up saves then. First one. It's good, and then I'll just auto pass the other one. So first dice is 6, so 6 plus 4, plenty. Him there, him there.
Mm-hmm.
So when they charge, we'll try to do some mortals to the Master Executions on a 4-up. Nope. Alrighty. That is all the charges done. So we'll go ahead and do some fighting.
So I like that
so
wombo
nobody
combo.
can
That's
fight
pretty cool.
There, so we're just gonna start with the Shining Spears. The Exarch
The,
will attacks.
Auto mortal wounds and 6s from the
We'll just put-
from
so
the
he gets 6
pistol,
attacks. He hits on 2,
and then the auto 6 to
died.
hit from the Night Haunter's
And
Curse.
strength 4, so 4 is to wound, but re-rolling.
Is pretty sweet.
So 3 mortals. 3 mortals and 5 saves at AP4.
And there goes the Paragon Saber doing its Paragon Saber thing. Gotta swing first on that guy because he himself does also swing first. So if they didn't end up killing him, it would have been pretty brutal. At least it forces them to come in and fight the Possessed. The Possessed may pick up this unit.
Attacks. He hits on 2s.
Mm-hmm.
And strength 6 with 3 3s to wound. Just 1 at AP4.
Yeah, no wounded Possessed, it looks like. So that will let all the Possessed make their full attacks back on the Shining Spears. Oof.
And then we'll
Makes it
just
save. Get wrecked.
we'll base this guy. And, I guess he can there, and just base the other guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So players now. So we're gonna put we will put 4 of the special weapons in Demon Prince,
Mm-hmm.
and then all the other attacks into the Possessed.
Okay.
So 4 special weapons in Demon Prince, 16 attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Hitting on 3s. And we're strength 4, but +1 to wound, so 4 is to wound him.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Mm.
3 at AP3.
I thought they were AP too.
I gave them an extra AP. The Warlord.
I thought it was extra damage. You gave
No, it's I gave them extra damage and it.
Oh, okay. Say 2. So 3 damage.
Yep. All right, and then the other attacks.
Oh, no.
Best. So we'll start with the little attacks. So it's 20 attacks,
Turn going okay for Jonathan, but not perfectly, it sounds like.
and they hit on 3s
Is the Demon Prince alive?
and wound on 4s. So 7 at AP2.
So AP 1.
Yep. These with 2 damage apiece.
Oof.
So very.
Yep, there it is.
So clears out the possessed. I think that was to be expected.
We'll just do our consolidates.
But the Demon Prince lives.
5.
Does have 7 attacks between the sword and the talons. With gold access to Decayed, so it automatically wounds, but he has to fight through the Harlequin's panoply to hit them. So he's probably not going to kill... He's certainly not going to kill too many of the Harlequins, but a little bit awkward for them. The Chosen... Well, the Demon Prince might not kill the Harlequins. The Chosen sure will. And the Chosen are eyeing that charge to get to Objective 1.
Winning on
T4, so 3s.
2s. +1 to wound because you're -3 leadership right now.
Oh yeah, because it's equals to 5 then. Why is it -3?
Because the fearsome aura coming off of the possessed.
Oh yeah, they're just -1. All right, just 5.
They did.
Okay.
And do I get a point on so?
Well, there you go. I think that was
Yes.
probably what we expected. Possess, clear out the
Demon Prince.
our friends over there, the Shining Spears. But we do get Jonathon his assassination points. Obviously, Jonathan's going to be taking up that assassination a little bit more free than the Night Lords are, unfortunately.
Yes, it does. So 8 attacks.
Mm-hmm.
And then 1 for the claw afterwards.
Yep. Okay, so
2 misses, but 2 explosions. So give me 8 at -3.
so just 4 up and ones then.
Mm-hmm. Remember, killing Fury always makes him in all wontons.
Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah, just 4 ups. I don't think. I'll just save 2 just to see what happens. So we lose 2. And then I'll just roll the other 2. So we lose 3. They're a lot of damage each, right?
Yes, 3 damage per.
Okay.
And the claw attack misses.
Okay.
All right, that's it for fighting. I need morale on these guys.
Yes, you do. 2. They lost 3. They're -3 leadership, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So over to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty interesting exchange, I think. Jonathon pushed it pretty aggressively. Didn't quite get what he wanted. But we are now going to bottom 2. No CP generated for the Chaos Space Marines, which is going to be problematic for them. But, I mean, they're going to pick up this player troop. They've already picked up a Shining Spear unit. And these Possessed are in range to start getting into the castle. I do wonder if we see the CSM just yeet. I imagine that we can clear out one of the Ranger units. We can probably reduce this unit a little bit. I guess not anymore because now we have Harlequin players here. So they can't drop the Terminators down there. But if they can reduce the amount of incoming fire, we can probably put one of these Transweavers on on Objective 3 within Lookout, sir. Maybe of the Cultists. And probably keep her safe long enough. Don't love moving the Cultists out into the fire from the Shroud Runners again. But if the Shroud Runners want to put their fire down there... I mean, there is going to have to be a turn where the Chaos Space Marines move forward and just push as hard as they can. We have to worry about Forewarned right now from the units around the Farseer. Oh, the Farseer's back here. So I think what Jonathon wants his opponent to do right now is drop aggressively in this area to try to get a Flamer hit onto a Shroud Runner unit to try to clear out the Shroud Runners. If that happens, we get the Shroud Runner shooting back into the Flamers, and that probably kills 2 or 3 Flamers, which is unfortunate. Does it? I guess it's 21 shots.
So when he falls back, yeah.
You have a stratagem for that? No,
Sure do. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, so we could use a stratagem to move or shoot, I think, with the Harlequin players. when the Demon Prince falls back. I'm not sure we need to fall back the Demon Prince, honestly. Yeah, I think we need to push. And I can't imagine that Firewall is that excited about the push right here, but I think that it's the only option he has to him, left to him. I think he has to just basically drop a bunch of models in cover in this area and threaten a charge through the middle of the table this coming turn, and basically force these Dire Avengers to come out. Not all the Dire Avengers can come back and jump back into a defensive position. We got these possessed units moving up. They're going to be able to hit the Rangers. And basically, we just threat overload onto the aeldari. Once the aeldari stuff gets engaged and starts to take melee attacks from these Chaos Space Marines, they're going to die pretty quickly. But we have to, this turn, we have to spend one turn crossing the table. And I think it's this turn.
Alright, so... Oh, I forget that dome thing is a little bit bigger than I think it is.
Yeah.
Alright, so... Where is your other sector over here? Or did you move him?
Which one?
The other sector over here.
The Warlock's right here.
Oh, I thought you moved him.
The lack of objective secured on this objective 1 for Jonathon is a little troubling. It looks like we only have to get 3 chosen over to that objective in order to grab the to contest it. 4 will break the banner, which is pretty obnoxious since Jonathon has not been able to take down any of the Night Lord's banners, despite the fact that he's going first. I do think that we're probably going to see the Harlequin players push up. Ooh, and here comes the Chaos Terminator brick. So we see if we get a forewarn here. I doubt that we do.
Okay, we're done. Guess these units will, progress forward as well.
Yeah, so I think that's what we've decided to do for the Night Lords. Break cover, push up the table, and especially with the reserves coming in and the possessed already going to be about to be engaged, I think, just to hope that it's not too much, or that it is too much, excuse me, for the aeldari to deal with.
And with that, we go to second.
Doesn't look like any flamers coming down right now, but I think the flamers are going to be useful. They can basically
we'll start with the Demon Prince. He's going to smite.
Just 1-for-1 a unit of these Dire Avengers once the Dire Avengers pop out, or you can clip the Harlequin players with them.
Roll damage.
3.
Okay, so leader takes 2, and then this guy takes 1. Okay.
Alrighty then. Now we're going to go to the Transweaver. He's going to cast a Cacophonic Choir.
Sure.
Which he does.
Yep.
So roll 3d6. They take 6 mortal wounds.
Okay. So they are super dead.
Oh no. We've done too much. Okay. Rolled too high and killed the Harlequins. Now the Chosen don't get to charge. No, not like this. What have we done?
Invuln onto those guys.
Sure.
That is mightily unfortunate, chat. That also means that the Chosen don't get to now combat move, so the Demon Princes no longer look outside, and this Transfever is out in the open as well.
Or no, Schemes of Fate.
That was way.
Oh, sorry.
Turns out a 3 on a mortal wounds and then a 14 on the Cacophon Acquire to deal additional mortal wounds is pretty brutal.
Alright, then he'll just do Pack of Flesh.
Okay.
Yikes! Yikes! Spikes. It's gonna keep Jonathon up on primary as well.
Yep.
Oh no. That was probably about as bad as you could have expected. You could have hoped for out of that exact psychic power. Maybe just stop attacking. The Chosen will kill them. It's fine. These guys are the Mark of Tzeentch Chosen, so they auto pass saves instead of getting the extra strength. But you don't need it. It's fine. Oh, I guess it gets them strength 6, right, with Mark of Khorne?
I will. No, it's fine. Go for it.
Alright, he heals the Demon Prince for D3. 2 wounds. Back up to 5. And with that, we go to shooting phase.
Yep.
In the shooting phase, these termies are gonna light these guys up.
Sure. Yep.
Alright, 20 shots. Hitting on 3s. All those miss. 4 explosions.
Yep. T4.
Go 4s. 13 saves.
Okay.
No AP.
No AP, so I'm just on 2 up saves then. We take a wound.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
These guys are going to shoot.
Bolters into these shredders and cover. Not amazing.
On your range.
At least the Mark of Tzeentch Chosen do have, I believe, the extra AP on their weapons because they have Chaos Icon.
So just 10 shots.
Just does put them on 3s at least instead of 2s. It's something. We're growing up in the world.
1 miss, but 2 explosions. And 4s.
Yep.
I have saves, sir.
2 up saves. Go wound.
Mm-hmm.
Slowly but surely. We've almost got one of them.
Oh, shit.
I think you can see those Shroud under 2 of those, 2 of the Chosen probably from that squad.
Mm-hmm. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and shoot 2 shots then.
Sure.
Hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s.
Mm-hmm.
In the box, please. 3 hits. Rolling off 4s. Give me 1. AP 1.
2 up save. Okay. Alright, so yeah, so it would have been 2 up because they had +1 to their save, but
Mm-hmm. And with that, I guess we'll go on to the. He's chosen shot? Yeah, they shot.
Yep.
We'll go on to the charge phase.
Mhm.
These guys are going to go ahead and charge into these rangers.
come on in.
No CP to reroll here. Just gotta raw dog it. Feels bad, man. Yep,
4.
there's the charge though.
Plenty.
Easy peasy.
7-inch charge.
Come hang out. Let's go.
8 inches, sorry.
No, 8-inch.
Just remember you can't move over.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. So 5 there. And 3.
Is that all the charges?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'll spend a CP to heroically intervene with the players then.
Okay.
This guy. Let's see. How do we do this? So this guy can go 6 to here. I can go 6 to here. Just want to check quick. Right. Time on me. This. Yeah. So as well. This guy probably can't go wall. Nope. So he will end here like this. This guy can go, so he would be able to go 5 there and 1 to there.
So player troop jumps
These
in.
guys can do that.
Little dramatic entrance action from the Harlequins. That does trigger a lot of the... I mean, we could Deadly Embrace if essentially right now.
If I do this with everybody.
They will still fight normal, so the possessed will still get to fight first.
I'm gonna be pulling guys back anyway, so.
But the possessed are probably gonna mostly bounce off the players. They have a ton of attacks. They won't be able to kill the rangers at that point. You want to, I think, throw as many attacks as you can into the players anyway.
Like that.
I don't think they're gonna kill enough without some crazy dice happening in order to prevent the players from doing their thing all over the possessed. But it may cost Jonathon a couple of additional CP.
I'm gonna spend a CP to do mortals to you as well.
Yep. So there's the Deadly Embrace.
So 5 mortal wounds.
Ooh, 5 mortals. So actually, yeah, could clip the possessed here.
So charge your hero.
I would pull that possessed right there.
Okay, and then you can attack.
Okay, so.
And we're basing this guy.
Yeah. 11.
Yeah, you could pull that guy, and that would remove the players from the fight, which actually means that you just then gets to turn around and swing into the rangers. We might want the swing onto the players here, but this will actually keep the possessed alive.
Oh yeah,
and force shooting onto them. Well, not that that makes a huge difference, to be fair.
Oh, because you're. Are you +1 to hit right now?
Did you do Lightning Fist?
No, they're just always -1 to hit me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I forgot the Harlequin mass. Yeah. And then 2s. Give me 5.
Just forts. There's 2.
You guys die.
And you. Alright. And then they'll attack you back. We'll do. I guess we'll just do Harlequins first. You could. Yeah, you could pull out. So yeah, Harlequins first. So the leader has 5 attacks. Hit on 2s now. And we wound on 5s. 2 at AP 1.
Oh, good.
And then 8 more attacks from the other guys. On 2s and 5s. 2 more at AP 2. These are 2 damage each.
Good.
Okay. The Rangers go in as well. Let's make sure they can all attack. So 5 attacks.
The mortal wounds but didn't die. Fortunately for Jonathon, the players can
on 5s.
fall back and
one more save for you. No AP.
Might clear this one possessed. Does he die to a ranger? That would be embarrassing. Nope.
Good.
Okay.
All right, fair enough. Take that, Harlequin troopers. You do nothing. The tough skin of Demonkin, much too strong for your tiny little swords.
2. They're -3 right now.
Yep.
Okay, so they fail. So 1 guy runs away.
And then you run just 1s and 2s, and I get a point. So
7 guys. If only the incarnate was over here. It's okay.
Oh no! 3 more die. Right. Shit! Holy crap!
I was hoping they were gonna do a little bit more damage to you.
That is wild.
Okay.
So Harlequin spent the CP to intervene, went in, killed a single possessed with the impact attack, did no damage with the regular attacks, took 3 casualties on the swing back, or 2 Chaos 2s on the swing back. Failed morale thanks to the Possessed being scary, and Night Lord scary, and then lost 4 more players. And I believe that that will score a great glut of points for Sow the Seed. Oh no, just kidding. Only one for the enemy failing a morale check. Oh, that is actually a little bit. I think I misread the secondary initially. It's a little bit worse than the Chaos Demons version. It doesn't score a point every time a model flees. It's every time you fail a morale check, whereas the Demons one is just every time a model flees. Scoring points when the enemies fall back is pretty good. And I actually would have scored Chaos a point if these players didn't just pull themselves out of melee by dying. So a bit of a hit or miss turn, I think, from the Night Lords. I think I agree with the broad strokes of this turn, but generally speaking, the execution was a little bit awkward. I think the issue over here is that we rolled out this Cacophonic Choir from the Transweaver. It rolled basically maximum damage from it. If we had held on the smites from the other characters, we actually could have left a couple Harlequins alive and given a charge target for these Chosen to charge and then ring around the edge here to get more models onto Objective 1. And that just didn't end up happening. We accidentally killed the entire unit, and that was a huge swing, probably at least a 5-point swing, I think, because it gives Ynnari an additional primary objective point, an additional banner point, and you end up with these Chosen that are sort of sitting here floating in the breeze. Another thing that I'm a little bit worried about right now is that Firewall hasn't put really many of his infantry in cover. He has the Chaos Cultists standing out here on Objective 3 who are about to be rinsed down by scatter lasers as much as just as much as they did previously. I think we wanted to see the Chaos Terminators string between Objectives 2 and 3, probably within the cover over here, so that they go to their 1+ armor save. 0+ armor save if you have an AP value. And that unit is legitimately difficult to kill. But because they're not on the objective, I think Firewall's going to lose his home objective again. He's going to lose that command point. He's going to take some shots here. These Chosen are going to get lit up a little bit, and these Chosen are going to get destroyed because they're not in cover there.
Put in the front guys. So basically, the front guys would move first, and then
Okay. I was
back
looking
guys.
just so I-
Yeah, no worries. Okay.
Yeah, Ynnari will nurse them back to life. Yeah, I guess we do have Word of the Phoenix on the Incarn, right? So you can get some models back. Do you have to deal with these Chosen on Jonathon's side? But I don't think he's going to have a trouble with it. He's got a bunch of mortal wounds back here that could probably just kill them. Or the Dire Avengers, either one. It's true, chat. We also get +1 to hit on those players now. I think I kind of appreciate, for an army that's as fragile as aeldari, the Ynnari subfaction ability giving a benefit when your unit takes damage makes a ton of sense. I think it lets you play a little bit more aggressively than you normally would, because you're usually so worried about losing efficiency. When you lose even a couple models that are worth 12 or 14 points, and 1 or 2 of those models going down feels real bad.
Very good. Not going to be able to be outside deny range. That's fine. Again, this will just slide over it much. Banshees will come over this way. Well, actually, we don't. Where can the Incarn? The Incarn could just go there. So then, I guess what we do is D-cannons come back this way, and then Banshees go over onto the other side. This. So inch off the wall, and then just have to move the D-cannons to not be top of her.
Mhm.
this basically, and then the Banshees just end. Okay. And then the Incarn can come in here. To make sure she stays inch off the other side of
It's
the
interesting
wall.
that
Mm,
Tide of Conviction's oftentimes such a live mission. We usually see the tertiary ticking up over the course of the first couple turns. And that just hasn't happened this game so far. Just kind of funky. Because both these armies are relatively dangerous. You don't want to push too far forward into them.
D cannons can use this. Banshee. That hole. Okay. Alright. Figured that out. Now, in terms of the other stuff.
Are you going to fall back with these guys?
Probably not.
Okay.
No sense in giving up the point if you
Actually, the Warlock might just go to the other.
can just kill that model in the psychic
Ynnari
phase.
is here.
Mm-hmm.
24 is there. Yeah. Warlock can just go.
Remember, I do have access to the 4-up deny with that squad.
Oh, that's that squad. Yeah, you're right. Okay, we'll just stay.
Some sportsmanship. Very nice.
Farseer, I'll advance her. Move 16. So we're 10.6 to touch your base, and then we have 5.6 left. So basically 10.6 there, and then 5.6 back to here.
Mm-hmm.
Like this. So just drop a bomb on those guys.
Mm-hmm.
Just back up a little bit more this way, just to be outside deny range of your Balefire Tome.
So Falsha's Wing.
Still would be in deny range of these guys, though.
That's fine. That is a-okay. Do the troops want to charge these guys? Maybe. No, they'll be over here to hopefully do some damage. Just that. So they'll come over this way. Just rinse and repeat with the wall.
They're gonna charge again?
I don't know. Probably not. Not this turn at least. Unless I have to charge Possessor. It's actually got these guys can. And Dire Avengers just fill this gap. Don't think these guys want to shoot just yet. Just make sure that you can't charge, basically. A little bit back.
Well, that means probably not going to be charging with them guys to open up the path.
What's that?
Probably not going to be charging with the blue squad to open up the path. Right?
I'm just and stuff. The bikes do.
I think we have this delicious looking chosen unit in the middle of the table. No cover. The bikes are just gonna
This unit of bikes.
rip that one a new one.
We want to be able to shoot cultists again, so I think that
The music?
just
This one is
stay
called
as well.
Hardliner.
No. I
don't remember what the artist is named.
We just want to be able to see those. Works.
Yes, the shots into the Chosen on the left are going to be a little bit less effective since those guys are in cover. Into the unit on the right, though, is going to be brutal, and I think that's what we're going to be setting up to do. Fortunately, we have those Dire Avengers. They have a high enough AP value to punch through that cover, so they'll probably be able to do a number on the Chosen. But I do appreciate that the game plan is working pretty well for the Chaos Space Marines. I don't know how much damage we're really going to be able to deal to the Chaos Space Marine army, and it looks to me as well like only a couple. Or I guess the Dire Avengers could light up this Demon Prince to try to kill it, which may end up happening. So I think one goes into the Demon Prince to get rid of that, score that assassination. The other one goes into the Chosen, and then we drop a bunch of guns into the Chosen. Basically, reduce both units significantly low. We also have the D weapon platforms that can go into all three of the units.
Right. And then we'll do
so this is going to be brutal, but I think this is the turn that the Night Lords have to survive in order to make a game of it.
Want to try to knight the Chosen?
Do you have any other psychic crews over here?
Over here, no.
I'll attempt to pull up tonight.
Sure. So that's the CP?
Yeah, and it's denied.
Okay. And then she'll try to give me CP, and we'll just use the 6, so it just automatically goes off. There's no more denies over on that side.
So it was a smite.
Over on this side,
yeah, 4-up denied the smite to keep the possessed champion alive. So now we're going to have to get the players in there, get their hands dirty to fight the possessed champion. And that does move them out into the open, so that there is, we can turn around and start fighting those guys. Depending on where the players end up, it might actually be worth dropping the flamers down on that side on the coming Night Lord's turn and just clipping out the rangers and the players immediately.
Just do it.
Nope.
Tie goes up.
I'll just put that on the Dire Avengers. And that's all she's got for powers. So let's do some shooting. So so we're gonna start with the D cannons. They're just gonna dump everything to the Demon Prince.
Okay.
And I'm gonna submit a CP to give them full hit rerolls.
Okay.
So 3d3 shots. First one is 1 shot. Next one is 2 shots, and the last one is 1 shot.
You want to spend that last CP?
Yeah, it's fine. Okay, that's better. So 6 shots, hitting on 4s, re-rolling. 4 hits. So first one, wounds and 1 mortal. So you can roll the save for that.
So going with the D cannons into the Demon Prince. I guess we do only need 1 to convert to have a pretty good chance to killing him.
Get in the box. Good.
Good. Okay. Next one. So he takes 1 mortal, so he's down to 4.
Invulnerable
the next one. Come on. Wounds. Roll the save.
Good.
Next one, I'm just going to auto wound with a 6, so 1 mortal and 1 wound.
All right, gotta save it.
Nope, he did.
Okay. Yeah.
There goes the Demon Prince.
Actually, I mean, if I roll 1,
yeah, because it's a minimum 3 damage. Yep. Goodbye, Demon Prince. Another assassination point on the table for Ynnari. But the D cannons have fired.
5s. 1 EP 1.
Good.
Good. Okay. Let's do. I think we do Dire Avengers now. So the orange Dire Avengers will just put everything to Chosen.
Okay.
33 shots, hitting on 3s. Rerolling those 1s. Thank goodness for that. And one on T4, right?
Yeah.
4. So 9 at AP2 and 5 at AP4.
I'm just gonna roll them all together because they have a 4 up inbound.
No, they don't. You failed that.
Oh yeah, you're right. How many was it at AP2?
So it's 9 at AP2, 5 at AP4.
5 at AP4. Okay, I'll do the AP4 one first.
Are you taking it on a guys in cover or?
I might as well do the guys on cover first.
Okay.
And it was 5, right?
Yep. So -4 puts you at a 5-up save after cover. Yeah.
So 4 of them on cover.
They're only 1 damage, so you can.
Okay.
You get 1 more AP4 to.
1 more AP4.
2 guys die.
1 guy dies because remember I ignored the first one.
Oh yeah, so 1 guy dies, 1 guy takes. Or oh yeah, they're 3 wounds each. 1 guy died. And then you got 9 more at AP2. So those will just be
4 ups, correct?
I mean, if you're in like cover, then
yeah, I'll take them on the guys in cover first.
yeah, you can just
So
roll.
I have 3. I'll get in the box. Oof. Okay,
Oof.
1. That guy dies.
1 more.
Well,
That guy dies, and another takes those wounds.
No,
Okay.
no, the 3s pass.
Oh, 3 pass.
Yep.
All right, so
So that guy dies and that guy dies. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
I thought
The
you
other.
said it was AP3.
No. Just the other squad will do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so I think it goes to show you, I mean, the stacking
shots
of
on the
light cover plus
3s,
armor of contempt.
reroll the
What a shocker
1s.
there. Drops the AP value so low that the
fours.
Chosen are able to survive.
Not
They're-
so
the
great.
non-rending hits,
So
you're
you
still
got
saving on
6
3s. The
at -2 and 4 at AP4.
actual rending, you're still on 5s, which
Four
isn't
at
the end of the world.
Yeah. Take it on the guy and cover first.
Yep.
You did.
Or you still got 2 more guys in the covers.
Mm-hmm. And 1 more guy. Well, the last one at AP4.
Yep.
Come on, get in
5
the
up.
box. Nope, he takes 1.
And then 6 at AP2.
And 6 at AP2. I'll just roll them all together.
Yes.
And that
So
guy
he dies and the guy takes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The back unit of Shroud Runners is just going to put everything your cultists.
Okay.
So
You really do not like them cultists, man.
yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, this is like the main thing they're good at killing. So hit on 2s. reroll
Always
the
helps
1s.
to remove your opponent from their
Roll
home
on
objective because they
2s.
only put 1 unit there.
So 14
As
saves on
well.
cultists.
To be
Okay.
fair,
I'll take it on the guys and cover first. I have 1, 2, 3.
Demon, thanks for the follow.
Mhm.
Welcome to the stream.
5-up save.
Say 1.
1 guy left.
4 dies. And then I have 5 more.
You have 9.
9 more.
9 more. It was 14 wounds, so you rolled 5 so far.
Mm-hmm.
So just you have 1 more 5-up save. Yeah, it's good. 6 wounds that you've done so far.
Good. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Okay, so that's 9. So you have 5 more.
Need 5 more.
Are we just crushing it on these cultists right now? Are these cultists about to survive against all odds?
And that should be 5 right there, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay,
No,
fine.
that final guy is dead.
and 4 6-ups.
2 are left.
3 are left.
Yeah, 3 are left. I was about to say that.
And then the sniper rifles.
And the cultists as well.
Yes, sir. And on 2s. Okay, they all hit. First one kills a guy because it's AP1. Next one kills a guy, and the last one doesn't. So there's one guy left. Yeah, that's fine. Nothing I can do about it. So, all right.
I'll leave the guy on the objective in case you roll a 1. What are we doing?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh yeah, there you go.
The other unit of Shroud Runners.
There it is.
Or actually, let's just try battle focus.
So
those
unfortunately,
guys.
morale's going to be brutal for him, but if he rolls a 1,
move.
it's actually a huge deal. Gets a
The other
CP
unit of
and
Shroud
4
Runners,
primary
the
points.
One scatter laser in the back will go into the cultist.
Oh no, we're just going to kill
The
him.
front 2
Fair
guys will
enough.
put their scatter lasers at your chosen. Let's see. And then the front 2 snipers will go into chosen, and then the other sniper will go into. We'll just put in the cultist.
Okay.
So the scatter laser into the cultist. I should just do the sniper first. Kill him. It hits and it wounds, so the cultist is dead.
Mm-hmm.
Scatter laser into the chosen. I guess you guys are going first. We'll do the. We'll just. The mortals happen near the end, anyways. Rerolling 1s and 3s to wound. So 10 2-up saves. Or, well, I guess you have to make 2 at a time. Because you got 1 guy in cover left. Yeah.
Okay. 10 2-ups? I mean, 10 saves altogether?
Yeah, 10 saves altogether, and just take 2-ups. So,
10 saves. Take 2 at a time. Good.
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 Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Good.
we're going to see another blank on these scatter laser shots.
Not good.
So just 1 at a time.
Oh, yeah, 1 at a time. I'll come back here, Dad. Good.
Mm-hmm.
And
Good.
good. Then the mortal kills.
No mortals from this yet. So he just takes 1. And then the snipers hit on 2s, both hits, and then I'll just do 2 wounds at AP1 and 2 mortals with these.
2 wounds at AP1. Alright.
So
First
just
one.
okay, he dies, and then a 3-up on the other one. It's good. So he dies and 2 mortals.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I need to battle focus the white dire as well. They don't move at all, so it doesn't matter. And then the Shroud Runners that just shot.
Something can't change the past.
Back.
So he killed 8 out of 1 chosen unit. The other chosen unit is entirely unharmed, though. Killed the cultists in the back. So Terminators of the second chosen unit are still here.
Okay.
I assume that we charge at these players and try to clear this possessed.
I think that's shooting. It's all said and done. Dire Avenger shot, Deacon is shot. All the Shroud Runners shot. These guys can't see anything. So yeah, we'll do charges. The players will just charge possessed. 4, they're in. You see left. That's why I kill you. Guy there, guy there.
So these players now have to get 1 hit through.
All right, so that works.
At AP2. They have enough attacks to do it, but they have to roll 5
go
ups
ahead
to
and swing. There's 16 attack.
Mm-hmm.
Hit on 2s.
Mm-hmm.
And wound on 5s. 3 at AP3.
Conceivable. The possessed lives through
3.
this. 3
Yep.
4-up saves.
Mm-hmm.
For all the marbles here. Come on, buddy. What do you got? No CP, no dice manipulation whatsoever. And it fails one of them. Possessed exactly dies. That's unfortunate.
Okay. And then
The possessed had stuck around. It could have swung either into the Harlequin players to try to kill 1 or 2 and force a morale check, or into the Rangers, in which case it probably kills 3 or 4. And if it clears enough of the Rangers, they probably run. And that starts to score additional points inside the seed. But unfortunately, exactly failed. Downside of having no CP.
Okay.
And we're going to continue to have no CP since the Night Lords have lost their home objective.
Okay. That's the turn, man.
So Flamers coming down this turn. The Farseer's out of position to let these things forewarn.
Morale on the Chosen again.
But we are going to see some Flamers drop down, kill a Dire Avenger squad for sure.
May I lose?
8 or no? You had 8, so you've lost.
So I think
6,
that.
so they're fine.
Yeah, that Chosen survive. Yeah, they would lost 3 of the first turn.
How many were?
We're down
5
to
guys on cover.
7.
Mm-hmm.
Or yeah, so they should be okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're down to 7. 1 came back from Pact of Flesh, and then they lost down to 6. So they did lose 6. So that leadership does check out because the Chosen Champions are leadership 10.
Was your Demon Prince the Warlord?
Yes.
Okay, it's all good. So you'll get 3 banners, no CP, and 4 primary again.
Mm-hmm.
So 1 CP on the Ynnari side, so they do have the option to Overwatch now, which is going to be brutal. Now, if the Flamers come down and peel 1 Dire Avenger squad, and we can shoot and charge the other Dire Avenger squad, maybe between the Turbinators and the Chosen, and clear that one. It's a lot of dead models. Oh, there are 3 Dire Howling Banshees in the objective, just kidding. So there's enough just to survive here. But objective 5 should be lost for the Ynnari, so I think Jonathon will be down to a 4-point primary. And tertiary, we start to tick up for Chaos. She'll make the game look a little bit closer.
Actually,
That should drop a banner, because I think we can put... Yeah, there's only 1 Dire Avenger on the objective. We could put 2 Chosen there.
I'll advance him.
And then declare a big advance, a big charge for the Chosen, maybe into the Shroud Runners.
Yeah, he could just walk.
Mm-hmm.
That would also be good, because they would steal the home objective, so deny CP generation. Although I think the Shroud Runners can impede the charge roll with their Wire Weave grenades.
And then we come down with some Flamers.
Mm-hmm.
So no forewarn being represented.
We're putting up the bubbles for me this
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see this one.
By the aeldari.
Basically. Let me try to make it a different color.
Love the Shroud Runners. Yeah, I mean they've been impressive these last 2 games. They're just hard enough to kill that unless you have heavy guns.
Makes sense.
They don't die.
So here, I'll just...
The 2+ save and cover is pretty strong. It's interesting that we've almost, I guess it is matchup dependent, but we've sort of entered this phase of the game where so much of the game between these like sort of hard control factions, these hard, kind of area control, area denial factions like Chaos Space Marines, like Chaos Demons have been so prevalent that people are rocking these like short range mortal wound generators to deal with them, that a unit of guys who can shoot 36 inches is actually very difficult to deal with right now. And I almost think that
not brothers.
it's Dr. Dutes, what's up, buddy? How's it going? And it's almost at the point where I think people should start to run artillery, long range guns in their list just to be able to deal with units like these Shroud Runners, because the amount of damage these Shroud Runners have been able to pull out over the entirety of the game has been brutal. They've basically removed 8 points and 2 command points from firewalls, sum total of the course of the game so far, and firewall has been unable to do anything back to them. Flash's weakness running Flamers, yeah. That's just 1 unit, though. It's 1 harmless unit of Flamers.
this guy's going to go ahead and cast Phantasmagory.
Okay.
Which he fails to do so.
Okay.
Next is going to be this Transweaver. He's going to cast Cacophonic Choir.
Sure.
Which he does on an 8.
9. Yeah. I'll try to deny with the Incarn.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Alright, he's going to hit that unit because that's the only unit you can see.
Oh, yeah. You used to be with an. An 8.
Mm-hmm.
And their leadership's 6 right now. Do they take 2?
So you take 2 mortals.
Okay. Okay.
And I believe that is it for Psychic.
Sure.
Actually, no. Gonna have to cast Prescience over here.
Okay.
Need a 7. If it goes off, it goes off. No. Alright. Now we're on the shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Termies are going to go ahead and put everything into that Dire Avenger squad.
Sure.
Interesting. We're firing into. Oh, it looks like we've left our backline objective.
No, it's fine.
Oh, no. So Firewall just entirely foregoing command points for the rest of this game. Who needs it? You know, who needs CP? He could get CP if he takes objective 4 back from his opponent. Actually, he does.
No AP?
That might not. I think that
So
might
3
just be
up
recovered
saves.
relics.
Just 2. Okay.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about my master possessions.
I mean, if you want to cast it before I won't stop you.
I'm gonna
Yeah, unfortunately, no CP.
Sure.
No CP for the rest of the game for Chaos Space Marines, unless they can get somebody back to that objective. Awkward.
What he does.
Yep. I'll try to deny with the Warlock. No. Yeah, that's fine. Or
Yeah, the strats are great for sure on the Shroud Runners. And the pregame move so strong. I've had plenty of games where big bricks of or big groups of Shroud Runners will just go first and alpha strike really hard, especially lightly armored factions. Like I play Tyranids, everything in my codex basically gets vaporized by Shroud Runners, and they just come in and get to run a flank for a turn or 2, and it's brutal.
One guy comes back. Okay. And with that, we go to the shooting. More shooting. Okay, so these 6 guys are going to take some pot shots in here.
The orange guys, okay?
Yeah, chat. The army originally had 2 bricks of 10 chosen. We're down to 1 of 2 over here on objective 1. These are the Tzeentch chosen, so they are a little tankier. And then a 10 on objective 5. 5-man Terminators in the center. Just towing objective 2. Wish these guys were holding objective 6 right now, or objective 3 right now, but not to be, not today.
Flamers. Which squad is +1 armor save, or you do not cast that?
I didn't get that off.
Okay, so we're gonna Flamer the front unit.
Sure.
So Flamers shooting into the Shroud Runners. We did Pact of Flesh back to Chosen to a unit of 3. I think hoping to drop the Dire Avengers down to a low model count so that they can start failing more out checks so we can get points on Sow the Seed.
Okay, 3s probably. Strength 5, right?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Just 4 up saves, because AP2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or I guess I have 2 guys in cover, so me. So 1 guy dies, and 1 guy's down to 2. He's dead, and then these are just 6 ups. Yeah, they're all dead. That's okay.
Flamer's doing flamer things. I think considering a teleport from the Incarn,
He's chosen right here.
it gets a little dicey if you get the chosen. The Mark of Corn chosen on the Incarn there. It's a little bit awkward.
Oh, no, they can. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, I mean, would be...
Chippy, too. Or Chappy. I am Chappy. Thank you for the follow.
Yep, they're none of them in rapid fire range, 10 shots.
Mm-hmm.
Get on 3. Give me box, please.
Force.
And force. Give me 3.
3. Just 2 up saves. We're good.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like
And
I don't know if I totally agree with the target selection here, chat. It looks like the Flamers went into the front Shroud Runners instead of reorienting and trying to go for the Dire Avengers. Obviously, we don't get like the nice charge in the Dire Avengers, but I think tying up the larger unit and dealing damage there is a little bit better. We want to kill these Dire Avenger units rather than knock them low, because Jonathon's able to squeak additional damage out of them if they survive while losing models. So if the Flamers had gone to the Dire Avengers, we would have had an open charge between the Chosen and the Shroud Runners over here. It's probably a 9, an 8 or a 9, which is not great without CP rerolls, but I think it's the best that the Night Lords could hope for. And if they make that, things are pretty good. Although, to be fair, they might get Wire Reeve grenaded, so who knows.
Should be enough. Yep.
Jonathon only down to 1 CP, but I guess he would use that. There is a potential that the gun goes real south if they do make that charge, and Jonathon loses potentially 2 objectives, including his home objective, goes down to a 0-point primary. That'd be pretty bad. So we do get the Chosen onto the orange squad. But I think Jonathon's pretty happy with that. All he wants to do is have those Dire Avengers be wounded but not dead. Then he gets access to double taps, +1 to hit. All the cool stratagems. Looks like we'd need a 9 or a 10 to get back into the side here. Oh, fails it. I do wonder what that charge would have been. Onto those Shroud Runners. It probably would have been a 9, I think.
You needed a 10 to clear the wall.
If he wraps both units of Dire Avengers, yeah. Yeah, if he touches them with the Chosen, for sure. I think he's maybe a little bit worried about the charging the unit that's in the defensible terrain, because the Overwatch can be brutal. They do have an Artec there, so they're hitting on 5s, rerolling 1s. And the Chosen are not super survivable. The other unit would just be hitting on 6s, so the Overwatch is way worse. I do agree with you, chat. I've been unimpressed by Sow and Reap the Fear. Sow the Fear, Reap the...
Yep.
The other thing? Sow the Seed, Reap the Fear? There you go, nailed it. On my first reading, I thought it generated points for every model that fled, rather than every unit that fails a morale check, and I thought it was a strictly better version of the Demon Secondary, but it's not. In which case, it's much less powerful. See, Kitty Cat here. She doesn't want to be on camera, but she will be on audio, I guess.
3 hits.
Mm-hmm. Three more. Too long.
5 ups.
Yeah, the other benefit, too, is that if we engaged multiple Dire Avenger units, only one of them can fall back and operate normally, and that does cost Matt. That does cost Jonathon his command point. So we could cut Jonathon to low command points and force one of those Dire Avenger units not to shoot this turn. And I think that's a pretty strong play. I think Firewall maybe mismanaged this fight phase a little bit.
Okay. So morale.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Both the squads.
Yep. So just start with the white squad. So they lost 4. They're -2 leadership right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So their leadership 6. Yeah. So fail.
Second worst secondary in the game?
Ignoring attrition modifiers right now.
Doesn't seem that bad.
Here, so just 5 guys that run on 1s.
I can definitely see it requiring like a faster build that does little sort of niggling damage to more units and does a lot of engaging. I think that makes sense.
Same thing Same, basically.
To be fair, Jonathan's list is tough to score secondaries against. I don't know if there would be another one I'd take.
So, end your turn. So
I'm interested that Jonathan doesn't usually take. He doesn't seem to take Warpcraft secondaries very highly. I would almost maybe take because you know you're in sort of the aggressive seat as the Night Lords player. I would almost take Warp Ritual and try to get one of these Transweavers in the center.
So fate dice. I'll reroll. We'll reroll Psychic Test. Psychic Test.
Heavier on Demonets is better. That makes sense. Yeah, I like that.
So we'll take.
Yeah, problem is like, you don't have. There aren't too many cast buffs, right? For this particular.
2 psychics.
Like you get CP really easily, but if your opponent has good denies, and most of the characters on the other side of the table have built-in denies, then you're kind of just rolling and hoping for the best. So you probably only score 3 out of the 4 or 3 out of the 5. If you have a ton of cast buffs, it makes it a lot more reliable.
Oh, the first year's AP just goes on the players again for obvious reasons. Do you want to flip the turn, by the way?
Oh, sorry, my bad.
No worries. But you don't get to see.
That's CP. The CP.
So these Dire Avengers are just gonna get out
Denial
of
is
the way.
brutal right now. We do have Inky back in the studio, by the way. Kitty cat, say hello.
2 guys on there. I'll advance.
Yeah, I don't hate no prisoners for sure.
2, so they can go 9.
Especially because you have like the Shroud Runners, so they're beefy units. They're just at 1 point by themselves, and they probably go down over the course of the game. It's 2-ish for the Shroud Runners, 1-ish for the player units, so that's 4. And then 3 for the Dire Avengers. I guess it's only 7, 8, maybe 9 if you get the Rangers. Maybe it's not that great.
Whatever they want.
It's better than nothing, though.
We'll advance Banshees now. 1.
That demon, you should get on in here. Exclamation point Discord, come hang out.
I will CP reroll that.
Okay.
11. Six charge. Take it. That's right. Five there. Another 6. 4 and okay. Let's do Deal Dire Avengers. The Chosen can't heroic, right?
No.
Okay.
I think he's currently trying to... The power button for the computer is right in front of this cat, and she's currently trying to turn her computer off. So if my stream crashes randomly, that would be why. Please don't turn my computer off, you weirdo.
Let's see. I'm gonna move them actually a little bit. They can stop this one. There. Rangers will come up. Let's go there, so they can shoot.
Goodbye, Inky.
We'll advance the players. 5, 13.
All right, here comes the tramp is sprung. Here come all the aeldari hopping out, ready to fight. Let's go. So it looks like we're gonna get, I think, a big charge from the Howling Banshees into the Flamers. Ignore that Overwatch. Make sure we can kill them.
It's fine.
See how much damage the shooting does to the Chosen. There's a pretty respectable amount of damage dealt to this Ynnari army. If the CSM were able to kill maybe one or two more threats, I think they would be in a pretty good spot to fight at this point. The downside is like losing all of those assets and then also not having any command points to follow it up is really brutal.
Not enough. That's could just you, I guess.
Yeah, I think now that the Incarn's coming out,
11.9 from you.
I think that things are about to go poorly for the Night Lords, unfortunately.
So 6.1 away. So just like on the other side of this wall, basically. Well, probably want to smite you actually, so we'll just stay on this side of the wall. Trout owners are pretty happy where they're at. What deals with this Chosen? I guess
I think part of the issue is that Firewall's maybe a little bit too. I think respecting the sniper battery too much, especially since Jonathon ran a bunch of the Rangers away. Instead of just holding that back objective with a character protected character.
Yep.
And I mean, we have the Transweaver back here. We have the MOP. Any of those models could be holding us objective and scoring CP. Instead, he just elected to give up the Cultist for free. Which, again, are also going to be scoring no prisoners for Ynnari. Unfortunate.
Good.
This game would look a little bit different with 20 more Cultists on the table. Not that they would deal damage, but they would allow for some better objective securement. Gotta love these aeldari models, chat. These are sick. I'm like so into them.
They're gonna be going a bit difficult, so they only 5. These guys are 2.
Yeah, I see more people running the Trader Guard unit. They do feel a little tankier.
Okay.
Are they higher leadership too? It's nice that Trader Guard finally have representation in this game. They are
back this way so they can shoot their little shots at those Chosen. One of these ones.
They're a 7. A cursed cultist, or a cultist mob, or a 6. Yeah, they are higher leadership as well. It's a lot of benefits for sure.
Let's do.
For 10 more points, you get +1 save, +1 leadership.
It does for.
Love it.
2 mortals to the Chosen.
Okay.
And then we'll do some psychic stuff. So the Warlock will do Jinx. Nope. The Farseer will try to give me CP. We'll use a 6. 6 plus 4 is a 10. It's off.
Where's Farseer?
Right here.
Yeah, I do like the accursed cultist chat in that slot for sure. I was pleasantly surprised by accursed cultists for very few points. They're just give you a little bit extra punch, which is very nice. I'd like to see GW push the cultist, theme more. We have cultists, accursed cultists. We're getting jackals now for word bearers, or world eaters, excuse me. The Trader Guardsmen kind of count, and then we have those word bearers abilities to buff to demagogue up the cultist units. I'd like to see that be created into an archetype, maybe an army renown.
Do you want to try to deny it, or?
All right, I'll try to deny it.
I mean, she has no other power, so have to if you.
Oh yeah, the Dark Commune. I didn't even remember that. Not the worst unit in the world.
And then she'll do just a smite.
This
goes off to
incarn
7.
shooting attack is going to be so brutal.
For 3.
Gonna swirl some soul energy up
The
in there.
flamers.
Whoosh
Smite.
whoosh.
Okay. Shooting. The incarn.
Yeah, they are a character unit,
Terminators.
so they will get character
It's
protection
6
because
times.
the demagogue has
Think
character
7s, the
keywords.
3s to wound you.
As
2
long as
AP.
anyone in the unit has it, they get it.
Damage per.
Just 1
Take 1.
damage. Flamers get hits 1 time. So 1 wound on the flamers.
Like model keywords occasionally matter, usually for like stratagems and special abilities. But they,
And
when
the
you're
chosen
determining
get
unit
hits
keywords, you
5
take all of the model
times.
keywords and slap them together. So they are a character unit for
And
the
they get
purposes of
wounded
lookouts. Are.
4 times. Maybe 2.
That's why, like, I guess what's a good example? Like Grimaldus doesn't because he has character on all his little guys because they're all unique.
Okay.
So 3. Yep. Well, one guy dies. And 1.
That takes one.
Okay.
I guess like IG command
these
squads,
5
right? They're like
rangers,
character keyworded
actually, hold off on
multi-model
them.
units.
Let's do. We'll spend our CP to give the D cannons full hit rerolls into these chosen.
Okay.
It's just 9 shots, hitting on 4s. Oh, and then the 2 little guns are going into the chosen on that side. So hitting on 4s, D cannons with 3 full hit rerolls. Oh, that was fantastic. 2s. So 1 mortal and 6 AP4s. So you'll be saving on 5s against these.
Okay. You said 6?
6, yeah. Every fails a ticket. 3 guys die.
3. Oh, yeah. Yeah, 3 guys die. Mhm.
Yep. And then 1 takes mortal.
Yep.
Or I guess this guy has to be the first one to die because he had.
Oh,
he was
yeah,
already
yeah.
wounded.
Forgot about him. Alright.
Where's- Mortal, okay. And then the 4 shots into the other chosen on 3s.
Mm-hmm.
And forced wounds. 1 at AP3 and 2 at AP1.
1 at AP3.
Yep, 5 up.
No. And the 2 at AP1?
Yep. Yeah, so we kill the guy in 2.
No, you don't. Because remember.
Oh, it's because, yeah, Zinch, yeah, you're right. Okay.
Marcus
Let's do the warlock
It's
into
not
those
doing a
chosen.
ton of work, but it is coming in handy.
4 shots, 3s, and on 4s. 1 AP3 on them.
Into the chosen? Okay. Good.
Good. The rangers will put their snipers into them.
Mm-hmm.
3s because we moved. We are rerolling the 1s. So 1 miss, and then 4s. 3 mortals and 3 AP1s. So that guy dies, and then 4 wounds spill over,
Mm-hmm.
and then that guy's down to 2 wounds.
Mmm.
I made one of these saves. You said
Yep.
AP1.
So you
Yeah,
took 5
Twin Moo Moo.
Yeah.
First
Having
guy
a good
took
day today
1,
for sure.
And then that guy took 3, so that's 4. Then this guy goes down to 2.
Is it 2 damage per? Because
No. So each.
There's 3 more.
Yeah, there's 3 mortals. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. The Autarch will put his lance into the chosen, and then his little shots into the flamers.
Okay.
So little shots into flamers on 2s and 4s, nothing, and then the lance on a 2. Misses. Okay. It's fine. Oh, sorry. The warlock needs to battle focus. Nothing. It's fine. These dire avengers will put everything into the flamers. Yes.
Mhm.
So there are 4 of them, so it's 15 shots. 2s. They all
He
hit
can't spec.
4s. So just 9 saves on the flamers.
Stay strong, Flamers. We need you to overwatch the Incarn. Or they're definitely going to get charged by the Howling Banshees, and Overwatch will go away. But, oh my god. What was that roll?
So that guy died.
Was that 7 1s and 2s right there, Chad?
One guy's down to.
I feel like these dice boxes,
Took.
they really hate Flamers specifically. I feel like Flamers maybe do worse on TTS than they should because the TTS dice boxes keep killing them.
Shoot their pistols at them.
My opponent on Wednesday rolled abysmally bad on Flamers. I think failed 5 out of 7 Flamer shot or saves on the Flamers and just lost them all to Venom Cannons and
One more wound on the Flamers.
a Rupture Cannon. Kind of improbable. And by kind of, I mean extremely.
Okay. Let's do
Do you not
Shrouders,
trust TTS dice rollers? Yeah.
Let's put everything in Flamers. So, Scatter Laser.
Yeah, you say that, and then like your opponent rolls the same dice roll and rolls like nothing but 5s and 6s, and you're like, I don't get it.
So
What the
11
fuck?
saves on the Flamers.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. The internal microphone picks up like you say Flamer, and it's like, I see what's up. You hear save on Flamer, and like Alexa pinks on, gets in there, manipulates things. Did I read the Warhammer article on Disciples of Be'lakor? Warhammer, like the tournament circuit in Georgia?
Okay.
Is that the same Warhammer?
The other Direbinger squad will just dump everything that's chosen.
Or the one in
33
Germany?
shots.
Germany also has a Warhammer circuit, right? There's too many Warhammers.
3s and 4s. So 3 AP3, AP4s.
Mike
6
Pestilence blog. No, I don't. I'm not familiar, chap.
3.
You can drop a link if you want.
saves.
All right.
It's just one damage pop. Yeah. So it kills the guy on 2.
And then wounds, yeah.
Yeah.
Wound transfers over.
Oh, no. He had 2 wounds. So you just failed 2 saves, so no wounds transfer over. Oh, this was the AP4. Yeah. Yep, sorry. Yeah, you're
I
right.
was confused there for a second.
No worries.
Right. So next is how many?
6.
How come your maps don't have the cool red and blue glow? Are you using the
Right.
Yeah, so
maps from the
no, they're AP2s.
T5S2
so
series?
not AP4.
Because they should
So
come with
4
the glow.
saves, so you failed 2.
So that kills that guy.
Yep.
It might be could be a
Um,
graphical settings thing too.
The Rangers will just put all their snipers Terminators, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Hitting on 3s because they moved. And wounding on 4s.
5s.
Oh yeah, because they're Nurgle, yeah. The Farseer will just fire a pistol at the Terminators.
Mm-hmm.
She hits and wounds at AP 1.
Good.
Good. I believe that is the shooting phase all done. Yep, so we'll do some charges. So Autark into your chosen.
Mm-hmm.
4 inches he's in. Is any of this Mark of Slanesh?
No.
Okay. The players will charge the other chosen. 4 is not enough. That's too bad. No CP. The Banshees will charge the Terminators.
Mm-hmm.
10 in.
So, Flamers did go down. Banshees didn't need to commit to kill them.
And then the Incarn.
Incarn would love to hit those
would
Terminators.
just charge Terminators as well. The 6.
Look like yeah. Sorry, Terminators. Y'all about to turn out into soup.
That is all the charges to be done. So fighting.
Yeah, it'd be dangerous to charge those players in, I think. The chosen over here are Mark of Slanesh. They will fight first. Excuse me, they're Mark of Corn. So I can actually charge them. But I don't think 4 players kill all the chosen, unfortunately, without strats.
2 mortal wounds in the Terminators.
Kill that guy and give the wound to another one.
Yep. And then we'll just do the Banshees. So Exarch 10 attacks, hits on 3s.
Mm-hmm.
And we're strength 4, so I get
4.
-1 to wound, but I'm +1 to wound, so 4s. Okay. Fair enough. And then the other girls, 3s and 4s here as well. Okay, good. 3 AP4.
5 up.
Yep.
Nothing.
One damage each.
Kill that guy.
Yep. And then 1 spills over.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Incarn has 6 attacks.
Mm-hmm.
She hits on 2s. Yeah. So one miss. And wounds on 2s because strength of 11. Oh, yeah, because you're -1 to wound. Yeah. 3 AP4s, no invulns. But matter because
5 up either way.
Yep.
You said 3 of them?
Yep.
There it is.
Okay. The Autarch will make his attacks. I'm just
There
going to auto
goes
hit with 2 of
Jeremy's.
these. The other 3 hit on 2s. 5 hits. Strength 6, so 3s to wound you. Okay, 2 AP4s. 2 6 saves. He's dead. They're 2 damage.
Cool.
Yeah. I guess the consolidates forwards. Okay. So yeah, just morale on your chosen.
How many of those? 7?
7.
There's gonna be a tabling. I think
Good.
that is becoming increasingly likely. Chat.
Yep. Legion. Yeah. You still got the champion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So over to you.
Yeah, there are now.
I will score 2 points for tie to conviction. That banner goes away. Yeah. And you'll score
11 Night Lords models on the table.
And I do get 2 1 banners.
Yep.
Josh, did that work to turn the lights on there? If so, I'm glad. There are some instances where assets get deleted from their original storage place. But because I made the maps, I have everything on my saved locally as well. That has happened in the past. I don't think that happens. It doesn't typically happen with the lighting effects because those are pretty common. But it can happen.
Yep. I may as well try to deny. Yep. The Warlock. Nope. So it's Rangers. It's closest. So.
Yeah. Rangers.
Okay. They're -1 leadership right now, right?
Yeah, nothing.
So yeah. So they only leadership 6.
We're gonna go ahead and smite over here.
Okay. It's probably gonna go into range.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm on 3.
You can just reroll it, yeah.
It goes off on an 8.
Yeah, I'll try to deny it with the Farseer. Get in the box. Nope, you're good. How many?
1.
1. Okay.
Texture error on Infinite Bucket.
So
yeah, I'd have to look into it.
it.
This
Transweaver's going to do
map pool is getting refreshed in a couple weeks, so I think that a lot of those errors can be pretty inconsequential. That might be.
She does. Honestly.
Yeah, maybe one of the tile textures on the bases.
And now the shooting phase. So these little chosen that could begin shooting up these dial vendors. 6 shot.
Okay.
Firing into the Dire Avengers.
Hits.
I wonder if you just like...
One wound.
Ah, that's too bad. Just
Broken.
pile into the players and see if you can
Okay.
roll lights out and kill them.
Now the bolters
Would've been cool.
going into the Dire Avengers. See, anyone in rapid fire?
You have 4.
Any more pods firing before Invitational? Yeah, of course.
So 9 attacks.
We'll have pods firing for the next, like, probably 2 weeks or so. Invitational will be... Our season cutoff will be mid-January. So there's still...
Yep.
Just under a month.
Others.
We had new pod launches tomorrow. Or pairs tomorrow.
Dice. Lovely.
And we'll continue to do it as long as the wait lists fill.
And I guess charging?
Okay.
Why not? This little dude who could is going to attempt to charge these Dire Avengers over here.
Okay.
And these Rangers.
Sure.
Which doesn't.
No.
Nergomat, you've never opened up the Night Lord's page of your codex.
Chosen are going to attempt to charge in here.
I'm calling it now. That's why they call you Nergomat,
I
not
will
Night Lord Matt.
Watch, I guess.
Okay, go ahead.
So there's 9 of them, so it's 30 shots. 6s. 4s. It's just 3 AP2s. 3 4 save. 1 damage each.
Okay, so 1 takes 2. And then they roll to see if they get in. Watch me roll a double 1. With the way this turns.
I mean, I think a double 1 either, but yeah.
You know, add an insult to injury. Alright, now the Trance Weaver's gonna go in.
Sure.
But why not? Even. Okay, let's start out with these good old chosen.
Sure.
13 attacks.
Backwards on score, chat? I don't believe so. They just didn't get very many points.
Alright, 2 misses, but 5 explosions.
Yep.
A hell of a roll there. Hot damn. This might be a dead die Avenger unit for sure.
That many, sir.
That was a really good saving throw. Lose 6.
Ooh, not quite. Oh, not got worse with the new codex.
I get to
Maybe.
pick the next because
But like
everybody.
The-
So,
the codex got better,
Transweaver.
but the Night Lord abilities
So,
probably got
7
worse.
attack,
So it's probably a lateral change.
and your toughness.
Like I think if you were playing the 8th edition codex with 8th edition Night Lord abilities, you'd have a tougher time than playing the 9th edition codex
Get in the box. Come on.
into like modern lists.
Good.
And then you can go with her.
5 attacks. For both of these.
Yeah, I can confirm they used to have some real jank that was real strong.
In the bastards. Alright, all hit.
Mhm.
20 on 3s? I think she's strong.
Yeah, your strength 4. Yeah.
So 2 AP2s.
Okay, just 5 ups. 5.
Ooh, didn't
Too
clear
damn
the Dire Avenger unit. That's awkward. They'll probably fail.
I think that's it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Maybe.
just need 1.
Nergomat, gifting that demon a subscription. Thank you so much.
They
Appreciate you,
fail.
Nergomat. Congratulations, that demon.
I will not ignore the attrition. Well, no, it's fine. I like. So he's 6. Okay. I think that's it.
And with that, we should just top this out because there's
Yeah.
nothing left on the board.
Yeah, I probably table you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I think that I'm going to get 2 more banners.
No, I mean, I'll... Because the Incarn just goes over here, kills guys. Banshee, go kill this guy.
You do gotta roll that, because they're marked Nurgle, you're not killing them.
Okay, that's fine. Yep. I mean, I'll roll the chart. So, first fate dice. So we have a charge, psychic.
Look at these cool Night Lords helmets, champ.
Yes.
These guys look so cool.
Another psychic, so we'll do wound and a psychic. And then, so yeah, so Farseer gives AP to the players. These guys here. I'll just roll it. I'll just play the turn. So they advance 16. This. Them. These guys. This. May as well tow the objective, and they'll say there. Yeah. So they'll do that, and then they'll start a banner for me. Farseer will just move over the Chosen and back, bomb them. Dire Avenger just falls back here.
Only thing Night Lords are winning is best painted. That's good. They do look cool. But yeah. Nah, they're feeling a little sad. Definitely think this game could have been a lot closer. Certainly some misplays for sure.
White Dire Avengers advance.
Accidentally killing that Harlequin unit earlier in the game was really brutal.
Bye.
I think that sort of set the tone.
Orange Dire Avengers killed chick.
They don't need to move on to the turn.
No, I mean, it's just a charge. This guy moves his 20 over to there.
Dire Avengers charging a
D-cannon.
Transweaver. Dangerous stuff.
This way, the block. Go this way. Alright. So that just puts us in end of movement. So bomb the Chosen. Nope. So psychic phase. The Incarn will do Storm Whispers. We'll use one of our psychic test dice. So 6 plus 2 is an 8. Try to deny.
Attempt to deny. Nope.
So the Marines take 2 mortals. The Chosen take none, and the Transweaver takes. No, they took. Oh, the Transweaver took 2, and the Marines. Okay, and then she'll just do a. She'll cast +1 to wound, and we'll use our other 6 for this. 6 plus 6, 12. So she perils. So she takes 2, but it goes off. Herself. This Farseer will smite you. We do with a 7.
Attempt to deny with Transweaver.
Yep.
Nope.
So one mortal.
There's no reason to do that. Now you wipe me completely.
Yeah.
All right. So just score yourself up, sir.
Okay. So yeah. So that's.
And that looks like it today, chat. Looks like a little casual little tabling. No big deal. Non-Night Lords player tell you he was an idiot for saying that Night Lords are struggling. Yeah, I mean, like, let's be honest, chat. It's like kind of a nothing conversation, right? Because nobody really, like, individual sub-faction results don't, like, really matter. Somebody could, like, razz you for saying, like, well, Chaos Space Marines are struggling. But being like, Night Lords are struggling, and we're like, yeah, they are, but also that doesn't... on a grand scheme of things, it doesn't really make a difference. You know, Emperor's Children turns out still strong.
That's why I tried to push aggressively, but unfortunately, it did not work that way.
Yeah, well, I mean, you have to do that, and yeah, it just you have to roll really good saves to not just die in the no man's land.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, GG guys.
Possessed over here. If you would have survived, you would have been able to kill those rangers and then maybe get into your back line.
Oh yeah. Yep.
That possessed swing back into the Harlequins that intervened was pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
Just like blitzing half the unit to death.
Yeah, that was not great. I was hoping to do a couple more mortal wounds on the heroic, but you know, It is what it is. Not much you can do about it.
Yeah. I do wound most of your army on twos, though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just, you know, getting into melee is the hard part, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
it's not like I have great guns, and it's not like I have very fast stuff up in possessed in the flamers.
Yeah. But I mean, even then, it's not as fast as stuff. So like, I get to choose where we fight.
Yes. So Trevi, the audience have any questions? Where they go?
I don't think not much so far. There is some Night Lords discussion happening, but I think it's mostly between Night Lords players. So everyone's talking amongst themselves right now. But yeah, I appreciated the game. I think it definitely the push definitely seemed necessary. I was wondering if there was if you considered putting a character in the back on objective 3 to stop it just getting rinsed by the Shroud Runners. It is a little dangerous because of all the sniper rifles.
Yeah, because all the sniper rifles, they would just get shot off. Because I put the Possessed Master on there, and you saw that first turn where he rolled 4 wound dice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, that's how my last game.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's always dangerous, right? With the Rangers off to the side, so they didn't have great lines of sight. I think it is a little bit safe, but obviously you never know what the Friends of Fate are going to say.
And that 4 mortal wounds from those guys charging my Master Execution over here, that was hilarious.
Yeah. The Master Execution little combo there to do a bunch of mortal wounds is pretty cute. I like that guy.
Yep, especially with the Night Haunter's Curse. You'd be like, I just turned that to a 6.
Yep.
Enjoy your 4 mortals.
All right, one question. Curious about why the Mark of Tzeentch and Mark of Khorne on the chosen units. Find that Mark of Slaanesh with Delightful Agonies each more damage before they go down.
They're more for the 4-up invuln over here, and the Mark of Khorne is just to get extra AP on attacks. Because if you go into Marines, Armor of Contempt, you have that icon, it kind of balances it out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That way I can keep my mark up, my Master of Possession Mark of Tzeentch, and he can go 1 CP Great Sorcerer. Now I can cast an additional one and do an action.
Yep. Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. I think that's it. So I'll go ahead and put you guys' scores in. Thank you guys for the games. And Jonathan?
Well, can't put it in yet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I might be able
to. Even if all the rounds aren't, even if all the games aren't done?
Well, I'll find out. Yeah, but Jonathan, congratulations on taking down the pod.
I actually won this pod.
You did, for real.
After winning the finals.
Pretend winning, and then getting laughed anyway.
Don't worry, I'll get you next time.
Yeah, there you go. Fair enough. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Yes.
You have a nice one.
How do you go about entering pods? So there are channels in the server called that say join a pod, and then they have the different time zone in them, localization. And you just post in there, and then basically every time 16 entries fill, we launch a pod, usually 1 a week from each that is full. And then you'll get added. You'll get a special role added to your profile on the server, and you'll get a little a new channel will open up that's private for that role, and you'll get a mention there when the new pod goes live, and then you just enter like a normal tournament. And that's what's up. That's how it goes. So basically, just go and post in the join pods. All right, chats. We're going to call it there. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out. Dr. Rhino's still alive. We'll give him another raid, I think. I hope everyone has a great weekend. I want to be off. I'm going to play some games. Actually, speaking of games, let's find if people are actually playing games. So I'm kind of excited about that. Got a little painting done. And otherwise, yeah. We will... It's time for me to take a nap, I think. Been live for like 11 hours today, so we're a little tired. Let's see who's live on Warhammer today.
It aired.
Survey says... Oh, there is one game. Underground Hobby. And... Warhammer with Alex tonight. Hold up, chat. Hold the phone.
Pyrocaster, or sorry, the yellow flamers.
Is this my USO test bed? This is my USO test bed map I made like 1,000 years ago. This map's like a year old. No fucking way, dude. All right, we're gonna raid that. I love that that's still getting play. Twitch, let me raid. Let's go. Cool. All right, chat. Thank you so much. We'll go hang out with the Bass Man. Thanks for chilling. Have a good day. And I'll see you Monday. I think we'll stream some Dark Tide Monday. I might stream it on YouTube. I might be on YouTube Monday. I don't know. We'll find out. Anyway, cheers, everyone. Have a good one.
I'll advance with the Exalted Sorcerer.
Okay.